is Star Market Celtics Tonight. Download the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today.
Jalen forces it up over C.
No!
He tied it! He did it! Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, 3 in the air. Got it!
Big boys step up at the right time, man.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catches Law, your New England Chevy dealers, Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Charles D. Sheehy, and by Ticketmaster.
Pritchard shovel back to Porzingis. How about a trail 3? Got it! Boston by 14. Kyrie forces one out, blocked by Porzingis again. Pritchard, half court. It's in the air.
Go!
He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, Mass Mutual, VA New England, Town Fair Tire, FindMassMoney.gov, your New England Honda dealers, Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Shaw's and Star Market, Brand, Northeastern DeMoore McKim School of Business, Piantadosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
A different feel inside TD Garden tonight for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Celtics and the New York Knicks. So here we go. Thanks for sharing Game 2 with us. I'm Sean Grady. Cedric Maxwell rejoins us shortly. And coming up on the fastest 30 minutes of the NBA, even faster, we got a 7:05 tip for TNT, the Game 2 edition of Shaw's and Star Market. Celtics tonight, up to the minute on the health of Kristaps Porzingis and Sam Hauser, and how Porzingis' absence may have affected the Celtics differently than his previous absences in Game 1. We'll break down Game 2. What can the Knicks do better? What are they going to have to do better? Because for all the talk of the 29 open threes the Celtics got, it was the Knicks that gave it to them. And when was the last time, by the way, New York had 2 back-to-back wins like the 2 they have just had? We'll discuss that. We'll take our trip around the NBA. A Pyrrhic victory for the Warriors with Steph now out, and an inconceivable victory for the Pacers in their Game 2.
4 seconds to go. Halliburton for 3. 3-ball up top. Indiana by 1. 1 and 1/10 seconds to go. Inbound. Merrill didn't get it off. And this rivals the Milwaukee finish.
You have got to be kidding me.
Our Game 2 check-in with the head coach, Joe Missoula.
Shot selection is something that you're always fighting to get the best one that you can. And there's bad threes, there's bad pull-up twos, there's bad layups.
Well, coming up next, it was narrative heaven, a Celtics-Knicks playoff series. And while Game 1 will always be remembered for the shots that weren't made, the ones that were decided it. We'll look back to an instant classic 41 years in the making. Enters in deep. Anunoby against Tatum. Anunoby kick to the left corner. Bridges, a good look. Got it. It's a 3 and the Knicks lead by 6. Wow. It's all coming up and more as we count you down to Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Celtics go for the equalizer, top of the hour on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot, 1.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline, or a 2.99% APR on a 2025 CRV.
See dealer for financing details. At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations, long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance. So you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Well, next time, do what I do. Get there without the traffic torment and just take the train. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free and enjoy later nighttime service after the game. And if the game's on a weekend, ride with $10 weekends. Get tickets on board or with the M-Ticket app.
for burgers, lasagna, tacos, and nachos. Ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Now through Thursday, get value pack 80% lean fresh ground beef for only $2.97 a pound. Limit 2 when you use the digital coupon. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, ground beef sale ends Thursday. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Become a top performer with UMass Lowell's online MBA, the university's top enrolled program. Visit uml.edu/online.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics and me, Cedric Maxwell.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Yeah, in those moments when the other team got momentum, we can't fire up threes to break up momentum. You got to get to the free throw line, get to the paint, get to the basket, maybe get a easy 2, you know what I mean, hit some free throws, and then maybe the next three-pointer feels a little bit better. I feel like we just settled in the second half a lot, but we'll look at it and we'll make adjustments.
All right, this was all the talking point. Obviously, the threes and the 45-minute threes for the Celtics over the last 45 hours. But welcome back to Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. Here is breaking news within the last 45 seconds. 10 minutes ago, the Celtics reported that Kristaps Porzingis was available to play in Game 2. But Al Horford has been announced by the Celtics as the starter. So, as of now, what we are told going into game number 2 here is that Al Horford is going to start, and Kristaps Porzingis, in theory, would come off the bench. We were told literally 15 minutes ago that he was available to play, but now Al Horford is listed as a starter.
Well, you look at Al and what he can do. Obviously, you think about the situation now. Al Horford has done a tremendous job of making plays and getting things done, but, man, it's just crazy to see how this season is kind of moving on.
And obviously that was the number 2 talking point, was the health of Kristaps Porzingis, which is now going to become the number 1 talking point if, in fact, this is accurate at the Celtics reporting and he is not going to start and that Al Horford is going to start in game number 2. So we got a lot of ground to cover and obviously very little time to do it. So before we look ahead to game 2, matchup, adjustments, all of the above, and this Al Horford starting in place of Kristaps Porzingis thing, let's turn the clock back 48 hours. Previous game recap brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub to get a no-sweat parlay every single day. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. The Celtics, as you know, weren't even playing that well when they built a 20-point lead. Then all of a sudden, the threes not falling seemed to matter. Nothing better than traditional uniforms here for the start of the series. Celtics in the home white, green letters and numbers. They will go left to right towards their bench in the first half. The New York Knicks will wear their traditional road blue uniforms with the orange numbers and white letters. They will go right to left towards their bench. Porzingis beats Karl Anthony Towns on the opening tip. And the Eastern Conference semifinals underway with a Jaylen Brown 3 that comes up short. Rebound Jaylen Brown, long lead pass. Jaylen Brown ahead of the field. Two-hand slam, and with it, he moves into the Celtics' top 5 in playoff scoring all time. McBride moves it to Towns. Towns against Horford. Up fakes the 3. Couple of dribbles, driving strong towards the basket. Runs it off the window and in. He just would not be denied. He went blindly into traffic. Forced one up and in. This is an 11-4 run for New York to regain the lead, 22-21. Brunson angles to the left side of the floor, moves into the corner. Quick 3 by Anunoby. That was a hope shot. No good. Rebound Tatum. Lead for Derek White. He releases and is ahead of the field. Two-hand slam, and the Celtics have the series' first double-digit lead. Rebound Tatum. But Josh Hart has been a menace here. Drew Holiday, left side against Josh Hart. Steps back behind the line. He likes the setup, and he knocks it down. Drew Holiday, if you watch him long enough, you can see his brain going ahead of his body. Derek White working behind the Horford screen. Dribbles all the way straight out. Shot clock at 10. Derek White moving to his left. Floats it back to Tatum. Tatum return to Derek White. Deep 3 left side. Got it.
They ain't gonna miss all of them.
Celtics 8 of 31 from 3, and they lead by 18. Tatum out there with Hauser, Pritchard, Cornette. And now Horford, quick 3 by Tatum for the left side is good. So much for going for 2s. Pritchard, right hand, left hand, back in the right, attacks Hart, pump fake. Pritchard falls down, trying to protect the ball. Has it ripped away by Josh Hart. Pritchard turns it over. Jalen Brunson into the front court. Pulls up on Tatum. 3 in the air. Got it. Down to 8. Celtics just dared the Knicks to get back in the game, and now they have. Tatum watched by Anunoby. It's the high screen from Horford. Dribbles to his left. Towns waiting for him. Help comes from Anunoby. Pass back out deflected. Stolen by Anunoby. He goes the distance. Slams it home with the right hand. And the Knicks have come from 20 points down to tie game 1. He beat the Pistons in game 6. He enters to Towns. Towns returns it to Brunson. Floats it up in the left hand. It will not go in. Rebound Al Horford. Did the Celtics get the timeout before time expired? There's .1 on the clock right now. So at the very least, they will walk to the scorer's table and determine how much time should be remaining. The Celtics had a 20-point lead midway through the third quarter. They trailed by 6 down the stretch, and they held New York to 3 points over the final 3 minutes. And game 1 is headed where we had no idea we were headed an hour ago, to overtime. Boston 100, New York 100. They run away from him. It's Hart isolated with 9 on the shot clock against Al Horford. Enters in deep. Anunoby against Tatum. Anunoby kick to the left corner. Bridges, a good look. Got it. It's a 3, and the Knicks lead by 6. Wow. 2:23 to go in the overtime. Lob into Jaylen Brown. Can he do it again? No, because Bridges wrestles the ball away from him just as the New York Knicks wrestle game 1 away from the Celtics. A distant roar inside TD Garden coming from the New York fans who made the trip to see history tonight in Boston. 41 years since the last second-round game between these two teams, and it will be one we remember for the next 41 years. The Knicks come from 20 points down to stun the champion Celtics in overtime. The final score, New York 108, Boston 105. And as you know by now, most missed threes in Celtics franchise history, most missed threes in NBA playoff history, the 45. And all of the discussion, Max, was about the number of three-point shots the Celtics took. Not the fact that if the Celtics make one more, they win game 1. Not the fact that if Kristaps Porzingis makes any of the layups that he had, the Celtics win game 1. All that aside, there was a whole narrative about how the Celtics are always blowing leads. The Celtics this year, Max, had 47 16-point leads. How many games did they lose? Leading by 16 out of 47?
I'm going to say 1.
1 is correct. It was the Cleveland game, and that lead was gone by the second quarter. But, again, none of that matters. What matters is Knicks did exactly what they needed to do. They kept it close. Brunson was great in the fourth quarter. I don't think anybody expected OG Anunoby to be the best player on the floor, but he was in game number 1. Just confirming what we said right before we went to those highlights. That is correct. The reporting is correct. Al Horford is starting. Kristaps Porzingis is available. He has come off the bench once in 524 games of his NBA career. It was in his second year playing for the Knicks. Only time Porzingis has come off the bench, but that is the situation here as we're about 15 minutes away from game number 2. All right. You and I have had to do a million interviews, everything, all the conversation for the last 2 days.
I haven't.
Good for you.
I turned my phone off.
You know what?
You love
Smart
doing
move.
that. You love it.
I don't. I do what I'm doing what I'm asked to do. It's part of my service to my...
No service, please.
All right, so then what is your hot, fresh take now, 2 days later, as to the shots the Celtics took, which Joe Missoula says, listen, in every game, we're going to have this conversation with him a little bit later. In every game, there's 8 or 10 you'd like to have back, and a couple were obvious. The Holiday one from the corner, Tatum not driving on Mitchell Robinson at the end of the game. But the Celtics, I'll say this about the New York Knicks. If they give the Celtics 29 more wide-open threes, they're not going to walk out of here with wins.
Yeah, it's going to be some problems. I think one of the things that you and I talked about, and I made mention of, was the fact that if you look at the biggest problem to me was when I saw Karl Anthony Towns. He got 4 fouls on him. He ended up with 5, but he didn't get it to the last 10 seconds to get his 5th. You went at Brunson. Brunson had 3 fouls. He ended up with 3 fouls. The Celtics, there were times when they could have attacked those guys because they were pulling away, and they didn't. And that's the only problem I had when it came to taking threes.
And the Knicks not only playing now with house money, not only a chance to win their 5th consecutive road playoff game for the first time in franchise history, you got to go back a long, long way to find 2 better games for the New York Knicks in a row, winning the deciding game in Detroit on the Jalen Brunson shot, and then coming to Boston and winning in overtime. And again tonight, they will do it with Al Horford starting for the Celtics and Kristaps Porzingis available off the bench as the Knicks, as you can hear behind me, taking the floor at TD Garden. That injury update brought to you by Catcher's Law. At Catcher's, they specialize in helping those who've been injured, not only from a one-time incident, but from a lifetime of hard work and labor. If this sounds like you, Visit catcheslaw.com. Now, Max's player to bank on for Game 2 is brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank. Our interest rates keeping you from buying a home with CSB Safeguard Mortgage. You can modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years. Perfect for when rates go down. Apply at ClintonSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Well, the guy that I would look at would be Jason Tatum. He's your leader. He's a guy that took a lot of scrutiny because of the way the Celtics played in that fourth quarter. So he's the guy I'd look for.
Best player, not only in the first round for the Celtics against Orlando, Jason Tatum might have been the best player in the first round of the playoffs, period, all around the league, but obviously not great in game number 1. Who really was for the Celtics? Drew Holiday was probably the best Celtic in game 1. Max's keys to game 2, driven by your local New England Honda dealers. Contact your local New England Honda dealer for a great deal today.
I know the Celtics won the battle of the boards, I know. But here's the problem I had. Josh Hart, you got to keep him away from those second chance opportunities. That is how the Knicks got back in the basketball game. Hart got 2, 3 offensive rebounds. You got to do a better job. And I test Brown has to be the guy. Has to come up near double figures rebound the basketball, especially on your defensive end.
All right, still to come on Shaw's Star Market Celtics tonight. We want to have one more conversation about all the threes. We'll talk to the guy who's the architect of it, Joe Missoula, about that exact topic heading into Game 2 tonight. That is coming up. We'll take our trip around the NBA. I bet ABC and the league are regretting putting the Knicks and Celtics in the afternoon on Saturday because Steph will not be available for that primetime game. We'll update you on his condition. What is going on with the Cleveland Cavaliers now and their injury problems. Now down 0-2 going on the road in the Eastern Conference semifinals after the most dominant playoff sweep in NBA history in the first round. But coming up next, Kevin Majori has Sports Hub headlines. Red Sox been a bumpy first quarter of the year. Going to get one at Fenway tonight. It's all leading to the Celtics and the New York Knicks. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Got a chip in your windshield? Don't stress. Autoglass Now's got you covered. Autoglass Now provides fast and reliable repairs. Call or visit Autoglass Now and they'll get you scheduled today.
Autoglass Now gets you Autoglass Now.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
With Clinton Savings Bank Safeguard Mortgage, you can easily modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your loan for a low $250 fee. Visit us today.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Red Sox play Game 2 of a 3-game set with the Texas Rangers at Fenway Park tonight. First pitch is just minutes away. Tanner Houck gets the start for the Sox. Stanley Cup playoff action tonight. Game 2 between the Florida Panthers and Toronto Maple Leafs is at 7 in Toronto. The Leafs are up 1-0 in that series. And Game 1 between the Dallas Stars and Winnipeg Jets is at 9:30 in Winnipeg. And the NHL's Utah team announced today that their team name will be Utah Mammoth. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Kevin Majori. Coming up on Star Market Celtics tonight, Grandy and Max take you around the NBA on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
Taking care of business starts with a great team. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first, so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at Golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Celtics and Knicks getting set to go in Game 2. Repeating our top story, Kristaps Porzingis is available but will not start for the Celtics. Al Horford will start in Game 2. Our trip around the NBA brought to you by your Boston area Chevrolet dealers. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers, too, on the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox.
Steph is our best player, and the game is much easier when we got him.
Jimmy, simple enough. Congrats on the win. We'll see you Thursday.
Thank you.
Jimmy Butler after the game last night on TNT, a Game 1 win in Minnesota as the road team, as you know, are 5-0 in the Eastern Conference semifinals, but it is a grade 1 hamstring strain for Steph Curry. He's out at least a week. That is a minimum the next 3 games.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough for them considering, but they went in, they won a game, but boy, you sure need his leadership.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to need some leadership after this happened.
4 seconds to go. Halliburton for 3. 3-ball up top. Indiana by 1. 1 and 1/10 seconds to go. Inbound. Merrill didn't get it off. And this rivals the Milwaukee finish.
You have got to be kidding me.
Mark Boyle calling the Pacers radio network last night as Tyrese Halliburton came up with another game winner, the most quote-unquote overrated player in the NBA according to the player survey. Ooh. If the Cavs do not get Evan Mobley and Darius Garland back, this dream season is going to turn into a nightmare.
It will. It will, and I think it's going to be harder for Garland to come back because he has a toe injury, and what he utilizes is that foot speed of his.
Celtics, Knicks, Game 2. We'll talk about it with Joe Missoula next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The Piantadosi Baking Company is a local 4th-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Piantadosi Baking Company. This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Kelly's Roast Beef is now serving Worcester. Since 1951, Kelly's has been stacking up mouth-watering made-to-order sandwiches like their famous roast beef, slow-roasted, thinly sliced, and piled high. Kelly's is the home of the original three-way: roast beef, American cheese, mayo, and James River barbecue sauce. A New England classic. Add fries and a shake, and you've got a meal to remember. For lunch, dinner, or a quick bite, Kelly's in Worcester delivers flavor fast and fresh every time. See why Kelly's Roast Beef is a New England legend in Worcester or kellysroastbeef.com. Kelly's Roast Beef, where the original still tastes best.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Happy heavenly birthday today to my guy, Mike Albert. So if you get water this spring, you know who to call. 844-LIVE-DRY or premierbasement.net. And you know what Mike would say.
It's game over for water.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
110 Grill in Hanover is the perfect place to get together with friends and family, thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment. 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in Hanover today, or to find another location near you, head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Welcome back to Star Market Celtics Tonight. It's time for the coach's interview, brought to you by Star Market. Check out the Star Market app, earn rewards, and save on your groceries and gas with Star Market for you. Download the Star Market app today. Now here's Sean standing by with the coach.
All right, Kevin, thank you. 45 hours, Joe, for the world to talk about 45 missed threes. Here's my only question. Of course, when you watch Game 1 again, we all know how many of them were open to wide open. Everyone is curious how many you would want back. What I was actually wondering is this. You took 90 shots a game this year. In a game of imperfection, they are never all perfect shots. What is a normal night out of 90? How many are you, quote-unquote, not the perfect shot that you might want to get back?
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless of the type of shot that you have, you know, shot selection is something that you're always fighting to get the best one that you can. You know, and there's bad threes, there's bad pull-up twos, there's bad layups, you know, and so I think over the course of a season, you know, you're always trying to, you know, have a team profile as to what type of shots you're willing to take and how do you go about getting those versus matchups versus coverages versus the type of spacing that you want. And regardless of the result, there's always 10 to 15 things that you have to get better at. And that's the situation that we're in today.
So this is the point. Was Game 1 appreciably different in the measures you just laid out? Was Game 1 appreciably different from, say, Game 35 or Game 53 or Game 71?
No, you have to have the same process, and I think that's one of the strengths that our team has, and you know, your ability to handle the ebbs and flows of a season is you have to, you know, keep your process the same. Obviously, hey, you know, you're happy that we lost? Absolutely not. Does this game mean more? Yeah, it means more, and so will the next one and the next one. But you got to keep your process the same. What are we focused on? What do we do well? Where do we have to be better? How do we clean that up immediately?
Here's a different ebb and flow question, and it was a talking point that I got kind of sucked into today, and I hadn't really thought it through much. Is there a difference? Is it by definition harder, maybe more complicated is the better term? When you lose a key player, in this case KP, in the middle of you've played so many games without him, but that's always been, you've known a day before, 2 days before, he wasn't going to play in that game. Is it different or more complicated when in the middle of a game suddenly that you expected to have a key player, he isn't going to be there?
I mean, I don't know that it's difficult. You know, I think our guys have, you know, you find ways, and we have a lot of versatility, and we have a lot of depth. You know, but I do think it impacts your sub pattern, especially compared to when you match it to their sub pattern. And so there was a stretch of minutes there, you know, that they would have defended differently. We would have defended differently if we had him in there matched up with what their lineup was. And, you know, I think we had some empty possessions kind of because of that. We also have to execute better. But I think in a one-game sample when you're looking at, the biggest thing it changes is just kind of your sub-pattern and how that will impact, you know, the other team's sub-pattern, the matchups, and the coverages.
You and I both get fascinated by how people react to things, and I've been spending all this time with you much more aware of people being results-oriented and how things could be different. I could not shake the thought over the last 48 hours and even leaving here Monday night of the fact that that could have and maybe should have been what happened in Game 1 against Indiana last year, and how that would have been different, and that the 48 hours that have just passed is probably something that should have happened last year.
Not should have, but just it didn't. And I think the result really, and we talked about this in the past, is when at the end of the day you just have to win, because if you don't, there's a million reasons why you didn't. And sometimes when you do win, the stuff that doesn't go well gets blinded and it gets ignored. And that's the process you have to have. Is win or lose, you have to have a process of having an understanding of what you did well and what you have to get better. And you got to stick to that, and you got to be disciplined in that, and you got to be mentally tough in that. And we have to be better tonight as a team on both ends of the floor.
Speaking of mentally tough, you get to spend some time with my guy Reggie Miller during this series. It's so cool, isn't it?
He's great. I mean, he's one of the best people. Just appreciate who he is as a competitor, who he is as an announcer. The humility that he has. He's an amazing person.
And his 30th anniversary of making late game substitutions and making people think about what's possible late in games, when that's all that's been going on in the playoffs. Game 2 is next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop-beat-up-wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Winter is finally behind us, so it's time for your car to get a spring refresh. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get your car ready for all your spring and summer adventures. Their services are done while you remain in your vehicle, and no appointment is needed. Stop in whenever you have 15 minutes to spare. Plus, get ahead of summer heat with a quick air conditioning system recharge. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save on your next visit and see your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of sunny days ahead.
Win some, lose some, but always be in the know. At DraftKings, we put your play and performance history all in one place with the My Stat Sheet tool. Get a breakdown of your recent activity with an overview of your deposits, withdrawals, contests, wagers, and more. Use My Stat Sheet to stay on top of your spending so you can stay on top of your game. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
At the DeMoore McKim School of Business at Northeastern University, you'll prepare to lead with impact through transformative experiences. Learn more at their weekly admissions events and save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
How could something we waited 41 years to see live up to the hype? The first second-round game between the Celtics and the Knicks since Larry and Bernard in 1984 did just that. Tatum, left-hand dribble drive in the paint, moves it down low to Holiday, shovels to the corner. Derek White, three, got it for the lead.
Yeah, that makes you laugh, makes you cry.
Enters in deep. Anunoby against Tatum. Anunoby kick to the left corner. Bridges, a good look. Got it. It's a three, and the Knicks lead by 6. Wow. Lob into Jaylen Brown. Can he do it again? No, because Bridges wrestles the ball away from him just as the New York Knicks wrestle Game 1 away from the Celtics. For 45 hours, they've talked about 45 missed threes. Tonight, a brand new set of talking points about to play out in front of our eyes. The Celtics trailing in a playoff series for the first time in 2 years, try to even the Eastern Conference semifinals with the New York Knicks. Next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champion.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catches Law, and by Ticketmaster.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won
the World Championship.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, your New England Chevy dealers. Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Mass Mutual, Charles D. Sheehy, VA New England, FindMassMoney.gov, and by Town Fair Tire.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
By Shaw's and Star Market, your New England Honda dealers. Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Ram, Northeastern DeMoore McKim School of Business. Piantadosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers. And by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
At TD Garden, a little more buzz in the building here before game 2. A little more tension as well. Starting lineups brought to you by Amica Insurance. Celtics playoff coverage presented by Amica, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. As the team defends its title, visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning service. The Knicks will go with the same lineup as you would expect. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby was the best player on the floor, followed not far behind by Josh Hart. That's the front court. Karl Anthony Towns got in foul trouble. He should be a bigger factor here in game number 2. The Celtics will make a change and sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Drew Holiday, UCLA.
Jaylen Brown, California Berkeley. Jason Tatum, Duke University.
Al Horford, University of Florida.
Al Horford to start. Porzingis off the bench tonight with Sam Hauser out in game 2. Opening tip brought to you by Gulf Oil. You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. Felt like fans got caught a little off guard by the 7:05 start on Monday for game 1. Not tonight.
Here, ready to go. Locked in. They know what's at stake, really, I think. Celtics trying to tie it up, and obviously Knicks want to extend.
Reverse jerseys tonight in game number 2. Celtics will wear the road green, white letters and numbers. They will go left to right. Knicks will wear their familiar home white uniforms with the orange numbers and blue letters. They will go right to left towards their bench. Celtics attacking towards their bench. Al Horford will jump it against Karl Anthony Towns. Game 2 is underway. Towns wins it back to Jalen Brunson. And away we go. The New York Knicks have never won 5 consecutive road playoff games. That's what they're trying to do tonight. First touch for Josh Hart. Bounce pass for Brunson left side. Drew Holiday fights through the Josh Hart screen to get in front of Brunson. Brunson moving to his left. Push pass into the corner. Hart checks his feet. He's not going to shoot from there. Puts it to the floor with the right-hand dribble. Anunoby trying to get free. Shot clock winding down. It's a 2. Anunoby going to have to launch. He does not get it away in time. He hit the 3, but it was too late. Oh, they're calling it good. That was clearly after the buzzer.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, right? That was after the buzzer. All right, they're going to take that away. Holiday driving baseline, pump fake under the basket, reverses it up and in with the left hand. Celtics begin with a bucket at the rim.
Wow. Novel concept. Attack Brunson, make him defend.
Anunoby was 6 of 11 from 3 in game 1. Absolutely are going to take this one away, but for now it's 3-2 New York. Towns battling with Horford. Bridges, left-hand dribble, tries the baseline pass. Al reverses it up, does not get the bounce. Rebound Tatum, who piled up a bunch of them in game number 1. Derek White against Towns, moves to Tatum straight away. Tatum, one dribble with the left hand, goes back to the right wing. Jaylen Brown, up fake on Anunoby, pump fake on him twice. Now puts it in the left hand, drives deep in the paint, muscles his way in, turns, gets bumped by Anunoby, lost it, has it back, throws back out to Tatum, who's going to move it left side to Drew Holiday, who steps back behind the line, missed the 3, a shot Tatum should have taken, but another offensive rebound. Derek White, kick out Horford, 3 is no good. Rebound fielded on a hot by Bridges. Bridges dribbles around Jaylen Brown, but fumbles it. That may have hit Holiday. It did not. Out of bounds, Boston ball.
Oh, Ralph is leg. Really trying to drive up, and Celtics continue, but as you said, Tatum should have taken that 3 and decided to pass. Holiday was really shocked when the ball came towards him.
Tatum turns the corner, finds Jaylen Brown, right corner 3. Nope, Celtics have missed their first 3 from distance. Rebound Karl Anthony Towns.
And there is a collective groan.
Jalen Brunson, left-hand dribble, pulls his way on. Derek White, step back in the dotted line. He forced that, no good. Too much on it, rebound Tatum. Derek White up the middle of the floor, turns Brunson around, attacks, a little Euro step, off the glass, too hard, no good. And the rebound for Karl Anthony Towns.
That's a sure enough layup.
Celtics are 1 for 7 to begin game 2. After having their worst shooting night of the year in game 1, Bridges dribbles to the elbow, jumper, bounces out, another rebound for Tatum. Knicks are 1 for 4. Celtics are 1 for 7, and that one is going to come off the board when they look at it in Secaucus. Jaylen Brown on the wing against Josh Hart. Switches to the left hand. Jaylen throws the shoulder into Hart, exposes the ball. Anunoby comes from the backside and rips it off. Anunoby driving on Al Horford, steps through him, misses the left-hand layup, and Jaylen Brown has the rebound. But both teams getting to the cup haven't been able to score. Here comes Derek White, dropping back to Tatum. This time he's open. This time he fires, and he misses by a mile.
Whoa.
That was a bad miss by Tatum. Celtics have missed their first 4 from 3. New York 1 for 5. Boston 1 of 8 in the first 3 minutes of game 2. Jalen Brunson.
Down with Allen again.
Again, he's had Al a lot in isolation. Can't step into him, though, and he gets rid of it. Whips it to Bridges. Entry to Towns. Tatum had him hooked, and he gets the bailout foul call with 5 on the shot clock. Tatum not happy with a call by James Gabers.
What Tatum is saying, he actually was holding him there.
Towns was hooking him.
Look at the hand there. Towns has his hands all over him.
They enter to Towns. He's going to try that long baseline, too. No good. He's been hitting that shot throughout the playoffs. Another rebound for the Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
Entering. Holiday free in the dunker spot. Spins away from Jalen Brunson. Scores easily. And the Celtics have their first lead of game 2.
Well, they found something they want. They said they want to come in and they want to attack Brunson. They can be a defender.
4-3 for the moment is the Boston lead. It'd be interesting if they take that basket away, then the Knicks theoretically haven't scored in the first 4 minutes. Brunson steps to his right, misses the 3. Rebound, another one for Tatum. Long lead pass for Holiday. This time Brunson grabbed a hold of him under the basket. Now, you can talk. We saw a clear path foul called. We saw a transition take foul called in Orlando with the ball in front of the free throw line in the attacking end.
Looks like they want, yeah. They want to.
Yeah, it is going to be a clear path foul.
Previous play would be reviewed for clear path foul.
Man, what a pass though that was from Tatum. A rocket. I mean, from almost the free throw line all the way to the under the basket and hit him right in the hands.
Celtics have 9 rebounds already. New York does not have an offensive rebound, a big point of emphasis for you. But Jason Tatum now had 7 rebounds in game 1. Has had some big rebound nights throughout. I should say had 16 in game 1. So Jason Tatum now has 21 rebounds in 48 minutes to start. They're going to look at this to check for clear path.
I just want to go back right now and check and see about that three-pointer that Anunoby clearly had in his hands before he released it.
I mean,
shot clock had gone off.
I recognize
you and I both.
The clear path foul stands. We have 2 free throws for Holiday. Shot clock remains the same with Boston possession.
All right, so clear path foul. Holiday will get the free throws, and the Celtics will keep possession.
Could be a big play.
Usually, we don't hear until, even though this is a... Here it comes. Why is it that you and I could see that from 100 feet away, but it takes the rest of the world? So what we're saying, I said it would be interesting once they fix it. They do, and now the Celtics are pitching a shutout for 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Let's call it science, don't they?
I don't think it's science. Holiday gets the first free throw, as some of the greatest free throw shooters in the history of this game have told us, and one of them's in the building tonight, Reggie Miller. This is an uncomfortable thing when you got to shoot free throws with nobody on the line. Holiday misses the second. He was the best Celtics free throw shooter throughout the course of the year. He gets 1 of 2. It is 5-0 Boston, and the Celtics get the ball 3 minutes and 45 seconds into game 2. Tatum on the inbound to Jaylen Brown against Mikal Bridges. Jaylen going to back it up. Derek White sets the screen. Jaylen going to try the left side. Brunson in front of him. Jaylen Brown, pump fake on Brunson, 12-footer, no good, a little short. Rebound for Anunoby.
Didn't have to pump fake, just go straight up.
The Celtics are 2 for 10, and they lead 5-0. Anunoby coming off a brilliant game 1. Finds Brunson, knocked away by Jaylen Brown, but Anunoby saves it. Anunoby puts it to the floor once, kick out Josh Hart, clean look at a 3, bounces, out. Another rebound for Tatum. Diagonal lead for Drew Holiday. Holiday left-hand dribble, attacking Karl Anthony Towns, waiting for help, going to throw back out to Tatum. Celtics will reset.
Have to be aggressive, Tatum.
Tatum, they get Towns on the switch. Tatum puts it in the left hand. Attacks Towns, now throws to the corner late. Al Horford going to drive instead, float it up. No good, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in.
Wow.
The Celtics are 3 of 12 to begin the game, and they lead 7-0. Karl-Anthony Towns, bothered by Holiday, double team comes from Horford. Towns shoots over it and banks it home in a lot of traffic. He wanted an and one.
That looked like there was some contact.
7-2. Holiday handed Derek White, spins away from Brunson, attacks, flips it up for the baseline, and scores over Bridges.
Haven't seen that. The spin back and spin a Rooney, and they're going back the other way.
Jalen Brunson, right-hand dribble, bumped by Jaylen Brown. Brunson whips it all the way out to Mikal Bridges. Swung left wing OG Anunoby. The hand of Jason Tatum is in his face.
Here he comes.
Anunoby, couple of dribbles, attacks the paint. Pump fake, Tatum doesn't go for it. Anunoby looking for the cutter, finds Brunson, who drives baseline, turns at 10 feet. Short little jumper, no good, but an offensive rebound. Easy putback for Karl-Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson actually caught that ball and was running before he put it to the floor, which is kind of like that backcourt violation that didn't get called against Detroit. Derek White, pressure on the sideline. Celtics leading 9-4. Derek White bounce entry. Here's Jaylen Brown against Josh Hart. Jalen goes right through him, draws the contact, fall away shot is good. Score, LaFoul, and Jaylen Brown just out-muscled Josh Hart.
Josh Hart being physical. Finally had the hand on him, hit him with the body. Count that one and one. I mean, did that happen? Did that happen in the paint?
Funny about that, isn't it?
I'd be damned.
Celtics are 5 of 10 inside. They have not yet made a three, and they lead by 7 with a free throw coming. 6:12 to go. Opening quarter of Game 2. Boston 11, New York 4 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
With Clinton Savings Bank Safeguard Mortgage, you can easily modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your loan for a low $250 fee. Visit us today.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Celtics off to a 7-point lead, 11-4, and they got a free throw coming here from Jaylen Brown to try to finish a three-point play. First time out of the game brought to you by Ramp. Don't take a time out from your day to do your expenses. Do what over 30,000 customers have done and switch your business to Ramp. Learn more at ramp.com/hub. So I was joking last night online because what bad could happen on Twitter late at night. The Minnesota Timberwolves have shot 15.7% from three in the first 2 games, far and away the NBA record for the first 2 games in a series. And I joked that for perspective on how bad Minnesota shot the ball, the Celtics tonight, to break that record, would have to go 0 for 36. That's how bad Minnesota has been. After the game, the Celtics had, well, they're 0 for 4 so far. However, 5 of 10 at the rim, getting to the line a couple of times here, and they lead 11-4. As we knew, the OG Anunoby 3 was a race, so the Celtics actually pitched nearly 5 minutes of shutout basketball to start.
Surprising what you have to do, what you can do when you decide to take the ball to the paint and be a little bit more aggressive. Sometimes people just settle. They settle for jump shots. Sometimes, if you take the ball towards the paint, you can do a lot more damage.
Jaylen Brown trying to finish a three-point play. Went 8 of 10 from the line in game 1. Another game within the game thing going on here. And Jalen misses the free throw, and Brunson going to chase down the rebound. We'll get to it when Jalen gets back to the line. Brunson long lead for Anunoby. He's open. His three is no good. Celtics dodge one, and Derek White grabs the rebound. Funny what happens when the other team misses open threes. 11-4, Celtics by 7. Bounce entry, Hart trying to disrupt Jaylen Brown. Jalen's got it, forces his way into the paint, flips it up and in. Into where? Where did I say go?
In the paint. Come on, Sean.
13-4. Celtics by 9. 11 of their first 15 shots have been twos. Josh Hart, hand to Mikal Bridges. Peyton Pritchard and Cornette in the game. Bridges dribbles into Cornette, pulls up at 10 feet, no good. Rebound belongs to Tatum. Tatum racing 1-on-3. Anunoby slows him down. Tatum looking around, going left side. Derek White, this is a good look at a three. Got it.
Oh. Tatum is being a facilitator.
7 rebounds, 2 assists.
He's not even looking at the rim right now.
And he doesn't even get credit for the assist on the great pass to Holiday on the clear path foul. Jalen Brunson dribbles to the elbow. That might have gotten partially blocked from behind by Derek White. Brunson misses again. He is 0 for 4. Lead into the corner for a Peyton Pritchard three that's no good. Towns has the rebound on the weak side. Celtics lead by 12. The Knicks have 4 points in the first 7 minutes. Josh Hart, kick out Anunoby against Pritchard. Anunoby, right-hand dribble drive, knocks Pritchard away. Shovel pass, bad one. Josh Hart trying to save it. Does get it to Bridges, who steps into the baseline. Crazy reverse, no good. Rebound, Cornette. Quick outlet, Derek White. The Knicks are out of sorts on offense. Derek White, bounce pass, Jaylen Brown, elevates. Tried to dunk over Brunson. No. Instead is called for the offensive foul. It was spectacular. Everyone's going to be looking at the replay.
No. He wasn't even set. Look how his body is. Look at his body.
He was turned. He was outside the circle, but he was turned sideways. Yeah. Celtics will not challenge. That's as spectacular an offensive foul as you're going to see.
Yeah. And the opportunity for somebody really to get hurt. Porzingis come up here, you think getting on the stationary bike?
Either that or he's going back to the... No, he's going to get on the bike right beneath us. Jalen Brunson, right-hand dribble, lob, a little too far for Mitchell Robinson, and Robinson can't redirect it in. Not a great pass from Brunson. Jaylen Brown gets it away to Pritchard. Pritchard in the offensive end, drives into Bridges. Bridges slows him down. Pritchard will back it out, find Jaylen Brown. Straight away, Derek White. Derek White switches to the left hand, attacks, gets in the paint, handoff, Cornette, dives in, misses at the cup. He was coming from a bad angle. He was in too deep when Derek White found him with that pass. Celtics have given up some points here. Jalen Brunson return to Josh Hart. Needs one of these open threes to go, and it does. Celtics had several chances to extend the lead. Now it's back to 9, 16-7. 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Knicks started this game 2 for 16 before that make by Josh Hart. And the Knicks have made the first 3 of the game. This is like 1984 we're watching. Driving Tatum, runs it off the glass, does not get the bounce. Rebound Bridges. Tatum still has not scored. Neither is Brunson. OG Anunoby gets away from Derek White. Hands to Mitchell Robinson, who slams it home over Cornette. 5 straight for New York.
Got a foul then. He's got a foul in that situation. Make him go to the line.
16-9. Boston by 7. Knicks finally settle down with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Celtics with White, Tatum, Brown, Pritchard, and Cornette on the floor. Porzingis has not played yet. Jaylen Brown finds Derek White. Step back 3.
Step right into that shot. Good pick and roll. Just gave him enough separation there.
Derek White has made both Boston threes here in the first quarter. The rest of the Celtics are 0 for 5. 19-9 is the 10-point Boston lead. Jalen Brunson, right-hand dribble, exposed it. Jaylen Brown knocks it away. Tatum has to steal. Tatum attacks, knocks hard away, lays it up with the right hand. No good. Offensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard in traffic, falling out of bounds. He got fouled. Tatum wanted the original foul. They didn't get that, but Pritchard draws the loose ball foul by winning the offensive rebound. And the Celtics are winning all the little battles here early on. +7 on the glass. They're shooting 36%, just as they did in game 1, but tonight, that's good enough for a 10-point lead. 2:39 to go. Opening quarter of game 2. Boston 19, New York 9. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew. including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7, and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
You ready for the Celtics season? Yeah.
If you want your kids to love something,
big game for the Celtics tonight.
It's important to start them young. That's why Amica Insurance and the Celtic Shamrock Foundation are teaming up to improve access to early childhood education across New England so that the next generation gets the start they deserve. Amica Insurance is a proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
The Celtics play here, the Sports Hub.
Tatum, Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby. They combined for 89 points, those four guys in Game 1. None of them have scored in the first 9:21 of Game 2. New York just 4 of 17 from the floor. Celtics finally got a couple of threes to go from Derek White, lead by 10, 19-9.
Well, you see the ball, the quickness, the movement. Celtics being a lot more aggressive, taking that ball towards the hole. And that's what they look to do.
Mike Vrabel on the Jumbotron.
It's not like the New York Celebrity Row.
That's going to be a little bit different when we get to Madison Square Garden Saturday afternoon. Kristaps Porzingis, for the second time in his career, will come off the bench and enter the game here with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Out there with Jaylen Brown. Al Horford, double bigs. Pritchard and Holiday. Jaylen Brown against Mitchell Robinson. Looking for Porzingis. Anunoby drawing that assignment. Porzingis fakes the handoff. The shot clock hits 0. Porzingis thought it was a full possession. It was not.
Yeah, just lost the clock. Never identified. Sometimes we'll see how rusty he's going to be.
Jalen Brunson will walk it up. Cross half court, over to Deuce McBride. That was big for New York, getting Deuce McBride going, knocking down some threes in Game 1. And have a great series against Detroit. Mitchell Robinson, awkward handoff for Anunoby. They drop it again. Al Horford has the steal. Holiday quick lead for Pritchard. Up the left side, switches to the right hand. Robinson waiting in the paint, so Pritchard will bring it all the way out to the right wing. Celtics will reset there as we go under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Pritchard, nasty step back on Mitchell Robinson. 3 comes up short. Offensive rebound. Holiday flies in for it, gives Pritchard a second chance to make a 3.
Good aggression, looking to attack. And if I'm New York, I got to attack Porzingis. Got to put him in the defensive lineup here.
13-point lead, almost cut to 10, but Brunson misses an open 3. Long rebound comes all the way out to Anunoby. Finds Brunson again. This time he's going to drive on Jaylen Brown, throw to the corner. Josh Hart again, 3, rims out, rebound Jaylen Brown. Now it's the Knicks missing open 3s. Funny how that change of fortune turns the score around so dramatically. Pritchard deep on the right side. He's going to try the baseline. Steps back on Mitchell Robinson. Left-hand dribble. He's working all over the floor. Bounce entry, he threw it right to Robinson. His quick hands takes it away. 3-on-2 New York. Brunson lead for Josh Hart over the shoulder. McBride open in the corner. Misses the open 3. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. Spins and dunks.
Got a foul. Yeah, you're looking at Porzingis. He doesn't look right.
This is not a good sign watching Porzingis right now. Final minute, first quarter. Celtics lead 22-11. See, almost a decoy at this point. Jaylen Brown sizing up Anunoby. Ball slowing down here. 7 on the shot clock. Celtics playing 2 for 1 here. Left-hand dribble around Brunson. Anunoby stays in front of him. Now Jaylen stops on a dime and gets one to bounce in from the mid-left block. Jaylen's got 6, 24-11. Celtics by 13. Deuce McBride hounded by Pritchard. Takes the handoff back for Mitchell Robinson. Throws the bounce pass for Brunson. Brunson's played the entire first quarter and has not scored. He's 0 for 5. Brunson moving to his left, looking for Porzingis. Drives into him. Porzingis trying to backpedal. Brunson turns the corner, scoops it up and in. Just like the one they got on him in game 1. This time it's Brunson doing the damage on Porzingis, making him dance on the baseline. 24-13, final 8 seconds first quarter. Pritchard sets a high screen. Jaylen Brown moves it back to Pritchard. He's open. Deep 3 is good, but Knicks fouled. Knicks had a foul to give, and they gave it sort of away from the ball. Well, still, as we talk about, never a bad thing to see the ball go in.
Yeah. There's one goes in one time, all of a sudden going, wow, I can still shoot. I can still do these things.
So Brunson comes out after finally getting his first points of game 2. 24-13, but Holiday zips it to the far corner where Al Horford is waiting for an open 3. No good. Rebound Bridges. He launches from his own end to the floor. It's wide left, and that'll do it. For the first quarter, a far cry from game number 1. The Knicks go 1 of 8 from 3. The Celtics go 3 of 10. The Knicks shoot 26% from the floor. And as a result, they trail by 11. End of 1 in game 2. Boston 24, New York 13. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
For burgers, lasagna, tacos, and nachos, ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Now through Thursday, get value pack 80% lean fresh ground beef for only $2.97 a pound. Limit 2 when you use the digital coupon. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, ground beef sale ends Thursday. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Looking to boost your career? UMass Lowell graduates enjoy the highest mid-career salaries among all public research universities in Massachusetts. Explore UMass Lowell's graduate degrees at uml.edu/online.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at Golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Heading to a game at the Garden this season? Do what I do. Get there without the traffic torment and just take the train. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free and enjoy later nighttime service after the game. And if the game's on a weekend, ride with $10 weekends. Get tickets on board or with the M-Ticket app.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Celtics have a virtually identical offensive first quarter to the 5 quarters they played in game number 1. Yet tonight they lead by 11 because the defense was absurd. There's a couple of open missed shots by New York. It's 24-13. Celtics will have the lead as we go to quarter number 2 of game number 2. The first quarter was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing of the full lineup of vehicles Ford from America for America.
Well, being aggressive, looking towards your shot. The thing if you're Knicks right now, you're going, wow. Celtics are ahead. Tatum hasn't scored yet. Had a couple looks at it. Looks a little reluctant to shoot the basketball right now. Porzingis comes out. We don't see the right factor yet. But what you said, maybe lining them up so you can get one good shot to see the ball go in the hole.
And you can feel it in the building, the discomfort of someone who has just had their wallet stolen. You're a little more aware of it the next day. The Celtics, after losing a 20-point lead in game one, 11-point lead doesn't feel like much, but obviously a different feel defensively for the Celtics. Cameron Payne, who just got a cameo in game one, will start the second quarter for New York. Karl-Anthony Towns is back up front. Double bigs with Mitchell Robinson. Bridges and McBride on the floor for New York. White, Horford, Tatum, Pritchard, and Porzingis. So Tatum takes his rest at the end of the first quarter tonight. There's those minutes that Porzingis came in. Derek White against McBride. Finds Tatum straight away. 6 on the shot clock already. Tatum, left-hand dribble against Bridges. Bumps him, trying to create some room. Turns, falls away. Very tough shot. Bounces out. And the rebound for Mitchell Robinson. Tatum is 0 for 4 to start game 2. Cameron Payne jumps to the right side. Tatum waiting for him. Trying to hunt Pritchard. That's the Bridges matchup. Towns going to go on Horford. Takes 2 long strides. Flips it up. Does not get the bounce. And Tatum snatches yet another rebound. Tatum's got 23 rebounds already in the series. Derek White, front court, finds Al Horford on the wing and a hand to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard turns the corner, attacks Towns in the paint, and flips it out to the wing. We're waiting as Tatum will drive baseline, get to the rim, unmolested, 2-hand slam.
You want to get something good? See one go towards the hole?
So Brunson gets on the board with his last shot of the first quarter, and Tatum gets on the board with his first of the second. 26-13. That's the Boston lead here early in quarter number 2. Towns against Horford. Towns bumps him at the mid-block. Turns, muscles it up. Score to the foul.
Towns creates a lot of the contact, though. When he turns and he bumps and he bumps and he bumps. But what you do see him doing a lot is going, not falling away, but going towards the defenders. Nice little shot. Give him that bucket.
What you talk about there, you make the officials call at some point. You knock yourself backwards and take the contact from Towns and go down.
Well, if you Porzingis, you come up with a double team, a hard one, because Mitchell Robinson is out there, and you want him to be the recipient on the other side.
One of the best shooting big men in the history of the game. Towns makes the free throw, 3-point play, 26-16. Boston by 10. Early quarter number 2 of game 2. Jason Tatum moving to his right. Mitchell Robinson in front of him. Tough entry. Tatum throws too tall for Porzingis. Celtics commit their 5th turnover. New York with the ball down by 10. Cameron Payne and a Deuce McBride. Left side, Mikal Bridges against Tatum. Want to go to Towns against Horford. Same matchup. Towns, couple of dribbles, turns in the paint, flips it up. Score to the foul. He gets 2 straight on Al Horford. This was the guy I thought would be the key to New York for the series. This is Karl-Anthony Towns, for New York to have a chance, has to be the 3rd best player in the series. And he had a dominant stretch early, and I thought if the talking points didn't become about all the missed threes, the way the game evolved, the biggest play when the Celtics took the big lead and it looked like they were going to walk away with game 1 to me was Towns getting that 3rd foul when he was playing so well at this exact point of game 1. Back-to-back 3-point plays for Karl-Anthony Towns. Now the Boston lead is cut to 7, 26-19. Peyton Pritchard deep on the right side. Porzingis trying to get free. Pritchard instead goes to Al Horford. He's open. Left side 3. No good. Rebound offensively. Porzingis has got it. Gives it up to give Pritchard a clean look and a straightaway 3. That one's no good. And the rebound deflected by Horford out of bounds. New York ball. And the Celtics just cannot buy one.
Well, I wanted Porzingis to take that ball straight up. He's a foot away from the basket.
And the Celtics are right on where they were in game 1. 25% from 3. 15 of 60 in game 1, 3 of 12 tonight. Still leading by 7. Towns going after Horford again. He goes right by him and lays in with the right hand because Horford couldn't pick up another foul. So Karl-Anthony Towns has taken over. He scored 8 straight. And the Boston lead is down to 5, 26-21. Porzingis, hand to Jason Tatum. Tatum keeps it away from Mitchell Robinson, drives to the dotted line, step back, force a really tough shot, no good, and the rebound for Towns. Tatum is forcing things. He is 1 for 7. Payne takes that awkward deep 3 from the right side. It's no good. The rebound, Derek White. Celtics have a 5-point lead, but New York has all the momentum right now. Tatum in the corner, gets rid of it. Back to Derek White now. Al Horford on the right wing. Porzingis has got to assert himself in the paint here. Horford is knocked away by Mitchell Robinson, who dives to the floor, exposes it, and gets tied up for a jump ball. Or, yeah, it should be a jump ball. That's the call.
I'm a little surprised that the clock went to 22. There's the exchange. It was still rumbling. Celtics will take it.
All right, Jason Tatum now is 8 for 29 to start the series. Al Horford is 3 for 11. The only guy who's shot it well for the playoffs, above his season averages, has actually been Pritchard. Porzingis is coming out. Takes a seat on the bench, and we've been watching this guy for 2 years, Max. He does not look right.
No, one thing, yeah, you don't see that smile.
Porzingis plays 6 minutes. I believe he's a -5. Did not take a shot. Celtics win the jump ball. Pritchard takes the lead pass in the corner, but he missed another 3. He's missed a bunch in a row now. Celtics 3 of 13. New York can make it a one-possession game. Here's Bridges, angling to his left. Puts it back in the hands of Cameron Payne. Now Bridges, watched by Pritchard. Hand fighting here, and Jaylen Brown fouls Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns draws 3 straight fouls on Celtic starters.
They go right to the post up again. And now you bring in, let me see if this change is going to be. Al Horford comes out. Is the crowd going to be going up against Towns?
Cornette will get Mitchell Robinson. Now you got an ineffective Porzingis. And Al Horford on the bench. And as the ball comes inbounds, the Celtics are, but they're not over the limit yet, so they got to do it again. And here's what the Celtics are going to do. Mitchell Robinson just went to the free throw line, but Mitch, not over the limit yet. Now, here's the danger of this. If Porzingis is compromised and Horford is in foul trouble, you don't want Cornette giving all the fouls. This is what happened in game 1.
No, they're going to make this change, though. This is good.
Josh Hart comes in, and
Robinson goes out.
Yeah, Robinson goes out, so the Celtics cannot hack. So, cat and mouse game here. It worked when the Celtics did it. The hack strategy worked in game 1. Karl-Anthony Towns whips it to the far wing. Josh Hart dribbles into the paint, finds Towns cutting. Towns step back, blocked easily by Cornette. Towns step back into traffic that time. Tatum, bounce pass lead for Jaylen Brown. In the corner, open is Derek White. Has time, takes aim, fires, misses. But Towns fouls Cornette. Looking for the offensive rebound. Towns is still complaining about not getting a call on the other end, but he initiated that contact.
Now, are you going to give him 2 shots here or not? Because like he was tapping this ball in with 2 hands.
No. Going to be on the side. Cornette saying I was shooting.
He put 2 hands on the basketball.
Celtics offense has gone quiet here. They still have the lead because the Knicks couldn't make a shot early. Drew Holiday returns to get Peyton Pritchard. Brunson has not yet played in the quarter. Tatum inbound to Derek White. Celtics by 5 early second quarter. Derek White, left-hand dribble. Bridges left his spot. White attacks, hands to Cornette at the last second. He reverses it up and in.
I'm going to see that ball behind him, though.
He did. Josh Hart racing the other way, attacking Cornette, gets in deep, muscles it up, and gets the bounce. He was just trying to draw a foul on Cornette, and he made the shot. 28-23, Boston by 5. Derek White moves to Jaylen Brown, wants to go on Cameron Payne. Turns into traffic, bad pass towards Derek White. Derek White able to save it, tiptoeing the half-court line. Gets it away to Tatum at the last second. Before he falls into the backcourt. Tatum, left-hand dribble, drive strong, looking for Cornette. Bad pass, Cornette saves it. Forces one to Drew Holiday. Holiday fumbles it out of bounds. I thought McBride touched it last. They missed that. That went out of bounds off New York. But they're giving it to the Knicks. We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, fancy in the Jumbotron replay. It looked like it went on McBride, but play goes on. Karl-Anthony Towns working on Jaylen Brown. Double team help comes from Holiday. Towns with his back to the basket trying to force it up. He created contact again. Now he's complaining that he didn't get a call. Towns has got to play here. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand, gets in deep and scores. Bridges could not get it away from him. Jaylen's been good here in the first half. 30-23. Boston by 7. Timeout, Tom Thibodeau.
Wow. This a rock fight. Both guys right now, teams right now battling. But, man, some of the turnovers, the Knicks are super aggressive on their defensive end.
7:08 to go, first half of Game 2. Boston 30, New York 23 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every three-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer, up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Are interest rates keeping you from getting a new home or refinancing your existing home? At Clinton Savings Bank, we offer a wide range of mortgage programs, including our 5-1 adjustable rate product with a rate as low as 6.125%. This low rate is fixed for the next 5 years. Call John Ryan or Steve Turbide today and let them walk you through the mortgage process. Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Grady and Max back at the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Celtics lead by 7 with 7:08 to go in the first half of Game 2. Celtics playoff basketball presented by Amica, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. While you root for Banner 19, visit Amica.com to learn more about building a game plan for you. Nice video on the Jumbotron with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the Social Justice Champion Award named for Kareem, awarded today to Drew Holiday, who also got the NBA Sportsmanship Award. He got a whole bunch of hardware for the game today. And I just love how much Kareem in his later years has become part of the zeitgeist and has written and has spoken. And it makes you wonder what kind of impact he could have had he been more vocal when in the 70s and 80s when he was the NBA's best player. He was the signature player, and couldn't get a word out of him.
Part of it, there were times he did, like at some social causes. You remember him with being there with Ali and being
Bill
there
Russell
with
and
Russell.
Ali and Jim Brown.
So there were times he was there, but again, his platform, he didn't use it in that way at that time. And maybe because social media wasn't as big. Maybe via social media, maybe he would have wrote some things.
He obviously had a great deal of mistrust for the media, and a lot of that was probably warranted. Bridges, long inbound and safe to Josh Hart. Now they're with Towns. Brunson is back in the game for New York. Towns did a great job carrying the Knicks during his last segment. Towns returns it to Josh Hart. Dotted line, bounce pass out to Brunson. Brunson bumps with Holiday. Turns, drives left side, floats it up. No good. Rebound Cornette. That was a tough Brunson-type play, but he couldn't get that shot to go. Brunson is 1 for 6, so is Tatum. Jaylen Brown drives in deep on Josh Hart. Misses the first layup, but with his left hand, he puts it back up and in off the glass.
That guy hit on the wrist there.
Celtics plus 10 rebounding here in the first half, and plus 9 on the scoreboard where it matters. Josh Hart for Brunson. Brunson, right-hand dribble. Jaylen Brown takes the drive away. Return to Mikal Bridges. Bridges going to try the right side on Tatum. Pump fake. Draws the contact. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Put back for Towns. That should have been a foul on Tatum. They are letting a lot of stuff go. Pull up 3 in transition for Jaylen Brown. Not a good shot. No good. Rebound Towns. But the outlet pass misses Bridges, and the Knicks give it right back. Well, I think it's safe to say after a quarter and a half that no one has grabbed this basketball game.
Celtics have opportunity, I think.
Knicks have missed a lot of open shots, and they've turned the ball over as well, and they've been terrible on the glass. Boston by 7, midway through the second. Derek White going to attack. At the last second, handed Luke Cornette 2-hand slam. He drew 2 defenders, Towns and Brunson, and Cornette just sneaking around. Cornette had a really good year against his former team in New York. 34-25. Brunson, left-hand dribble, coming downhill, floats it over Cornette, up and in. Can't let Brunson get rolling like that. 34-27. Jason Tatum still sitting on 2 points here. Derek White puts in the hands of Tatum against Karl Anthony Towns. Here's the matchup Tatum wants. Goes back to his right, steps back to the free throw line. Jumper, no good. He got the shot, but he missed it. Rebound Bridges. He's piling up on Tatum now, 1 for 7. Josh Hart, diagonal floater into the corner. Brunson's got it, spins away from Derek White. Step back, step through, blocked by Derek White. Stay with him, and Derek White snatches the ball. 3-on-3. Derek White pulls up, calls his own number, but he misses the three, and the rebound for Anunoby.
Oh,
Jaylen Brown knocks it away from him. Holiday's got it, runs back behind the line, sets himself, misses the three, another offensive rebound. Jaylen Brown for Holiday, return to Jaylen, sets himself in the corner, and finally a three.
Ooh, man.
You got to believe if you're the Celtics and keep shooting the open threes. Anunoby gets one himself and gets it right back. It's a big one for OG Anunoby. Just when the fans got into it. 7-point margin again, 37-30. 4:38 to go in the first half. Jaylen Brown switches to the left-hand, spins, dotted line, delayed jumper is good. Scoring the foul, and we got a Jaylen Brown takeover here in game 2.
Jaylen Brown ISO one-on-one. What can Brown do for you? Just kind of hung in the air, and Josh Hart hit him on the arm. This time jumped and was coming down, and he's been saying the whole time, Josh Hart has been hitting him on the elbow, very much like I used to do with Billy Knight. I would hit him on the elbow, and it would drive a shooter absolutely bonkers.
Always so disheartening and disconcerting for an opposition team when Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum doesn't have it going, and you realize there's two of them. Free throw bounces in. And the Celtics have the lead at 10 as Jaylen Brown is up to 14 points now in the first half. He and Karl Anthony Towns, game high scores. 40-30 is the Boston lead. Celtics still shooting just 38%. Jalen Brunson, couple of dribbles with the left hand. Jaylen Brown in front of him. Jalen doing it on both ends here. Anunoby in the corner, contested three, air ball. Holiday got there. Cornette has the rebound. Derek White into the front court against Josh Hart. Puts in the hands of Tatum. Tatum against Anunoby. Tatum calls the play. Moves Derek White to the right side of the floor. Chased by Josh Hart. Cornette sets the high screen for Tatum, who switches to the left hand, coming downhill on Towns. Throws back out to Jaylen Brown. This is a deep three. Way off. Air ball out of bounds.
Tatum can't get it right.
No, he can't.
I mean, this time he has his man beat going back towards the basket.
I credit that dude who's guarding him. You can make a very strong case that Anunoby's been the best Knick through the first game and a half of this series. Bad pass by Brunson, who misses Anunoby. One zigged and one zagged. And Brunson threw it right over his head out of bounds. And a lot of unforced turnovers here for New York in the first half. That's 8.
Holiday just putting pressure on that basketball.
Just when you thought you'd escape the rock fights. Jaylen Brown, they're daring him to shoot a three, but he's not going to do it early in the shot clock. Dribbles up top against Brunson. Switches to the left hand. Kick out. Derek White steps to his left. He's got it. Feels contact from Hart. Throws the three. Late, no good. He gets the call. They weren't going to call it if he made the shot, but the late call after Derek White got jostled while shooting the three. He'll get 3 free throws here.
He went to hip, though. That was on Hart. Did he pick up another one?
Second foul on Josh Hart. Towns has 2. Horford out of the game with 2. Jaylen Brown has 2. If you're just joining us, Kristaps Porzingis just the second time in his career coming off the bench tonight, and he did not look good in his 6-minute stint. Late first, early second.
Well, there is one good thing, that he's still on the bench. Last time he was here, he came off the bench. We didn't even see him leave. He went to the back and never returned again. Some critical minutes for both teams. If the Celtics can somehow increase this lead and not pick up another foul, I have to get the Karl Anthony Towns if I'm the Knicks right now.
Towns was rolling. Got Horford out of the game after picking up a couple of fouls. Derek White has the first 2 free throws go. Fans are catching up to what we've now known for a couple of years, which is 12, 15, 18-point lead first half. It's not that it doesn't mean anything. Of course it does. But You got to be realistic about what those leads are in today's NBA. All you have to do is look around at this unprecedented start to the second round of the playoffs, in which you've had comeback wins and the road team winning all 5. 43-30, Celtics have their largest lead, up by 13 with 3:24 to go in the first half. OG Anunoby turns the corner, drives on Jaylen Brown, hands off to the cutter. Hart doesn't want to shoot, throws out to Anunoby. May have got away with a travel. Anunoby getting dogged by Tatum. Anunoby step back movement right side, Josh Hart. Couple of dribbles to the free throw line. His jumper is way off. Rebound, Cornette, and he gets to the Drew Holiday. Josh Hart fell down, 5-on-4. Holiday into the front court, diagonally. The open man is Derek White, and his three is right down the middle.
Come on, critical time for the Knicks now.
9 straight for the Celtics. They lead by 16. Foul in the backcourt as Josh Hart got knocked down. It is on Derek White. Now they'll bring us to a timeout on the floor. Celtics, remember, are over the limit, so free throws coming for Josh Hart when we return. Celtics have another bad night shooting the ball, but they're up by 16 anyway. 2:55 to go in the first half of Game 2. Boston 46, New York 30 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
We only get 48 minutes together. A few times a week, a few months a year. 48 minutes.
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
Where the 72,000 square miles of New England are focused on nothing but 94 feet of parquet. Because it's us versus the world, and the world versus the world champs. At Amica, we show up for New England, like New England shows up for the Celtics.
Are you sick and tired of paying high prices for Continental tires? Then get to Town Fair Tire for the lowest price you'll find anywhere. Yes, the guaranteed lowest price on every Continental tire. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. Think about it. Why look anywhere else for Continental tires when Town Fair gives you the guaranteed lowest price plus free services for life? Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Ooh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. AKA, you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Celtics have their largest lead, up by 16, 46-30. Very similar to where they had the 16-point lead in Game 1, 2:55 to go in the first half. On a night the Celtics have had Kristaps Porzingis come off the bench and not look effective in the 6 minutes he has played.
Yeah, you're looking to get him, and they want to give him something easy, and you never were able to get him anything easy. Everything was challenged. But the guy you're looking at right now is going to be the guy in particular who's going to be the guy they're going to have in, and how is Tatum going to be effective in the game? What you've seen is Brown be effective, and you've seen White be effective. So those are things which happen in a game like that, which, okay, how can you change what you're doing? I mean, that's what I believe.
I want to tell you we don't have box scores, so I can't tell you what the plus-minus numbers are, but I got to tell you, Al Horford was good, but got into some foul trouble with Karl Anthony Towns. Kristaps Porzingis was not effective. Luke Cornette is bailing the Celtics out here in the first half. He has been really good.
Yeah, I think that Luke has been really good, and Josh Hart picked up a foul which shouldn't have been. They're quite over-aggressive, and you know the last thing you want to do is give the Knicks opportunities to go to the free throw line.
Josh Hart, not a great free throw shooter. Against the first one here, he missed 3 of his 6 in game number 1.
Josh Hart's not a great anything.
Well,
except a guy who will bust his behind and make chaos.
Josh Hart is a winning player.
Yeah, that's true.
It's remarkable the job they've done putting this team together. Second free throw rattles in. 46-32. Boston by 14 and the ball. 2:52 to go in the first half. Celtics have not shot it well, and Jason Tatum has 2 points here. 2 on 1 of 7 shooting. Tatum, bounce pass for Jaylen Brown, who has been the man here. Couple of dribbles in on Josh Hart. Turns, fades, tough 14-footer. Back iron, no good. Cornette back taps the offensive rebound, but out to the wing where nobody was waiting.
Holiday was there trying to catch the basketball. He went inside out. Luke just tapped it towards him.
The Celtics shoot under 40% in back-to-back games. Ball in the hands of Mikal Bridges, NBA's Iron Man. For Anunoby, return of Bridges straight away. Hart sets the screen on Tatum. Bridges coming down on Cornette. Bounce pass for Hart. It gets in deep, floats it up, and gets it to rattle home. Josh Hart is doing the scoring here. He's got 9. Second only to Karl Anthony Towns here for New York. Boston lead is 12. Drew Holiday backs it out of the wing against Josh Hart. Long cross court, far corner. Derek White jumps into that 3. It is no good. Weak side rebound, punched out of bounds. Looked like by Hart. It was a tough one to see. It was a bang-bang play with a couple of guys reaching for it, but Josh Hart is the one that threw his body at the basketball, as he always does. And it will go back to the Celtics with 14 on the shot clock. 2:03 to go in the first half. Celtics by 12. Derek White enters into Cornette, puts in the hands of Jaylen Brown. Shot clock at 10. Jaylen switches to the left hand, driving on Towns. Pump fake in the paint. Step back difficult, no good. Front iron, rebound Towns. Jalen Brunson, long lead ahead of the field. Anunoby, the right hand slam. And here come the Knicks again. 6 straight to cut it to 10. 46-36.
So it was a critical moment for the Knicks to kind of get back in this game, making some plays, but Anunoby has really just taken his guy out of this basketball game.
Derek White moving to his left, has some room, gets past Brunson. He's in deep, tried to go to the scoop, and the ball was knocked away from him out of bounds by Towns. White wanted a foul. He didn't get that, but the Celtics will get the ball. Now, that would have been big, because that would have been a third on Towns.
You made that point. Have the officials, called other things?
Celtics are under on the bounce here to Drew Holiday. 5 on the shot clock. Drew Holiday muscles his way through on Bridges, scores with the left hand, score to the foul, and there's some New York playground basketball going on out there right now in game 2.
Went right at the body, quickly, used the left hand. Bridges is keeping his hand in and just lays it up with all the strength. Drew Holiday was saying something today to Sam Cassell. He said, Sam makes these plays where, we talked about his old school. I was sitting there listening, and Drew Holiday said, look, I would shut that down. And then after he said that, and I'm going to get you another ring. Like, ooh, okay. Okay.
You can make a case Drew Holiday's been the best Celtic through the first game and a half. 49-36, three-point play for Holiday. Celtics by 13. 1:15 to go in the first half. Derek White guarding Bridges. Bridges moves to the Anunoby. Handoff back to Bridges. Switches to the left hand. Cornette waiting in the paint. Bridges almost picked up that pivot foot. Throws a bounce pass to the corner. Holiday runs right by Brunson, leaving him an open 3, which he knocks down.
And the Knicks are pretty good shape now.
Really good shape. 9-3 finish to the second quarter here for New York to cut it to 10. Brunson. And fighting with Derek White, who's got it right side. Cross-court pass deflected by Anunoby out of bounds. Celtics keep it. 10 to shoot. 47 seconds to go in the first half. 49-39 is the Boston lead.
Boy, Anunoby is in Tatum's jock. Woo.
Derek White, front court, puts it in the right hand. Steps back behind the line. Shot clock at 4. Got to go quick. Holiday sees it. 2 on the shot clock. Falls down. Lost the basketball. Anunoby the steal. Sends Brunson away. Brunson has Hart in front of him, but he's going to pull back and bring it out of the wing. Knicks try to get one good shot here. Brunson. Left-hand dribble to the baseline. Derek White all over his right shoulder. Kick out Josh Hart. Hart is a bull in a China shop, man. He enters towards Towns. Tatum couldn't knock it away. Towns has got it. A wraparound pass to Josh Hart, who steps past Cornette and scores off the glass. Great finish to the second quarter for New York. 11-3 is the run. Celtics will get the last shot, leading by 8. 12 seconds to go in the first half of game 2. Going to be a lot of Jason Tatum conversation in that Atlanta studio here. Jaylen Brown spins, drives, scoops, doesn't get the bounce, but he did get the foul. Jaylen Brown will get free throws, but they also left 3.4 on the clock.
Wow, Anunoby only with 1 foul so far. And he's played defense, and he's taken Tatum almost completely out of this game.
This game has been outrageously physical, and there's only been 16 fouls called. Nobody's got 3.
Well, you made that point. Did did the officials get some kind of call saying, dudes, this is playoff basketball. All this ticky-tack stuff that, happened early in the year, we ain't calling that no more.
Jaylen Brown, first free throw is good. Mavericks GM Nico Harrison has just fired some health and performance guys. Athletic performer, head athletic trainer. Got some blame to spread down there in Dallas.
But Nico's not taking any of it.
Well, listen, Nico Harrison put the pieces in place that got Dallas here in the finals last year. Jaylen Brown, second free throw, bounces out. Towns has the rebound. Celtics lead is down to 9. Towns stepping by Jaylen, floats it up from half court, wide right, and that's how the first half will come to an end. But the Knicks got to be happy with where they are. They have only shot 39%, 3 of 13 from 3. Jalen Brunson didn't score the first 11 minutes of the game, but Jason Tatum continues to struggle. The Boston lead is 9 at the break. Coming up, Joe Murray will run you through. Get you ready for the second game of the TNT doubleheader, Denver and OKC. Red Sox need a win over at Fenway against the Texas Rangers. He'll have everything for you. And then back here at TD Garden for the second half of game number 2. Boston 50, New York 41. It's halftime on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics, and me, Cedric Maxwell.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Hey, it's Felger here, and people know I hate wasting time. Did you know that the average finance team wastes over 200 hours per year on expense reports? That's why here at the Sports Hub, we use Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that automates away your entire expense process. The moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything. Receipt matching, categorization, approvals, you name it. Over 30,000 businesses, including yours truly, trusts Ramp. So visit ramp.com/hub to learn more.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Grow your success this summer with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty, benefit from incredible affordability with UMass Lowell.
Tune into the next Celtics broadcast to find out which player really took care of business in the first half, sponsored by Cambridge Savings Bank. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Station.
4:38 to go in the first half. Jaylen Brown switches to the left-hand, spins, dotted line, delayed jumper is good. Scored on a foul, and we got a Jaylen Brown takeover here in game 2.
Jaylen Brown, ISO one-on-one. What can Brown do for you?
Well, what can Brown do for you? It was Jaylen Brown who's the player taking care of business in the first half. I'm Joe Murray, and of course, the player taking care of business is brought to you by Cambridge Savings Bank. Taking care of business starts with a great team. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. Well, the Celtics have a 9-point lead at halftime. They're up 50-41 over the New York Knicks. They held New York to 13 first quarter points, but they gave up 28 in the second quarter, and they are struggling at least once again from the field. And from three, 5 of 21 in the first half. Joe Math, that is less than 24%. We've also gone to the free throw line 10 times and only hit 7. Kristaps Porzingis did not start. He came off the bench in this one. Al Horford, well, he got the start in this game, but they're getting most of their offense, as we mentioned, from Jaylen Brown. 21 minutes, 7 of 16 from the field. Does have 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Derek White also chipping in on offense. He's played 21 minutes, 3 for 6 from downtown. He's got 14 first half points, including this basket.
Rebound, Cornette, and he gets it to Drew Holiday. Josh Hart fell down, 5 on 4. Holiday into the front court, diagonally. The open man is Derek White, and his 3 is right down the middle.
Come on, critical time for the Knicks now.
9 straight for the Celtics. They lead by 16.
Yeah, the Celtics have been going up 16, and New York was on a little bit of run. They went on a run just before the half as well, but they're not getting scoring from their best player, Jason Tatum. He struggled in the fourth quarter against New York and in overtime, and in the first half in Game 2, he's played 21 minutes, 1 of 7 from the field, only taken 1 3. He has 2 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's certainly picking up the slack on the boards without Kristaps Porzingis, but will give you his only basket of the half.
Derek White, front court, finds Al Horford on the wing, and a hand to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard turns the corner, attacks Towns in the paint, and flips it out to the wing. We're waiting as Tatum. He'll drive baseline, get to the rim, unmolested, 2-hand slam.
You want to get something good? See one go towards the hole.
Now, it's been a theme in this series. Home teams have lost. Also, Anthony Edwards only had 1 point for Minnesota last night at halftime. Let's see if Jason Tatum can pick it up in the second half. Drew Holiday has been consistent, 8 points in the first half. It's also helping out on the boards, 4 rebounds. And the bench for the Celtics, only 7 points combined. Luke Cornett's played 12 minutes. He's got 4 and 7 rebounds, does have 1 block. While Peyton Pritchard, he's played 10 minutes. He has hit a 3. So those are the only points he has, 1 rebound and 1 assist. For New York, OG Anunoby's been outstanding defensively. He has 5 points, but he is matching up very well with Jason Tatum. Karl Anthony Towns, he has 14 first half points, while Josh Hart has 11. Jalen Brunson has 7. So the Celtics are winning the matchup when it comes to bench points. New York only has 4 points from their bench. Mitchell Robinson, Cameron Payne, Miles McBride, the others who've seen about 12 minutes of action. Celtics lead 50-41 at halftime, trailing the series 1-0. I'm Joe Murray. We will get your Sports Hub headlines coming up in a little bit, but first, let's get your music.
NBA playoffs, get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Got a chip in your windshield? Don't stress. Autoglass Now's got you covered. Autoglass Now provides fast and reliable repairs. Call or visit Autoglass Now and they'll get you scheduled today.
Autoglass Now gets you Autoglass Now.
Your move-in day just got a little easier with Clinton Savings Bank's Safeguard Mortgage. You can modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your mortgage with us for a low $250 fee, even if you're a first-time home buyer. That way, if rates go down, you can easily modify your interest rate and your monthly payment. For complete details or to apply, visit clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Piantadossi Baking Company is a local fourth-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Piantadossi Baking Company.
98.5 The Sports Hub of the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Amica Insurance. They're proud to be the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the 18-time champion Boston Celtics. When it comes to protecting the life you've built, trust your insurance need to Amica's award-winning service. Visit amica.com and get a quote today. And Brex, a leading AI-powered spend platform for modern companies. Proud to be the official corporate card and spend management partner of the Boston Celtics. Visit Brex.com today to get started. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Town Fair Tire halftime scoreboard from around the league. Brought to you, of course, by our good friends at Town Fair Tire for the guaranteed lowest prices on tires. Go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. So the only other game tonight in the NBA, Denver travels to Oklahoma City up 1-0 in the series. Tip-off for that one is at 9:30. Steph Curry, he'll miss at least a week with a hamstring injury. Warriors, well, they took game one over Minnesota. Red Sox and Rangers right now tied at 2 over at Fenway Park. Well, now Rangers lead 3-2, bottom of the fifth inning. NHL scoreboard, Panthers and Leafs tied at 1. Jets and Stars play game one later on tonight. Utah has named its team the Mammoth. And the Steelers made a trade today, sending George Pickens to Dallas. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next draft or oil change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second half is next. Of course, the Celtics have a 50-40 lead on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market is saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll get $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right, use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door will be ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time. Shop online.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com. This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ!
42 for Paul Pierce!
A three-pointer for Danny Ainge!
KG is locked and loaded tonight.
What a play by Bird!
A
look back at this date in Celtics history.
This was that fine wine vintage performance tonight. 3 from the corner, no good. And who's got the rebound? Kevin Garnett does. His 18th of the night in an epic Kevin Garnett performance. And the Celtics are not only alive, they are well. Game 3 is not a contest. The Celtics win it going away. The final score, Boston 97, Miami 81. 14 years ago tonight, the Celtics won Game 3 in the Eastern Conference semifinal, the same round against the Miami Heat. But that was the game that Dwayne Wade just mauled Rajon Rondo, had the dislocated elbow, and that would basically render Rondo ineffective for the rest of the series, that Miami would go on to win. Such a relief for LeBron James to finally get by Boston as the Celtics lost.
You think he did it on purpose?
I thought he did what he thought was necessary to win games.
Wow.
Which is what happens at this time of year. Celtics lead the Knicks 50-41 as we go to the second half. You just had a word with Sam Cassell.
I was just talking about, what he was. And Drew Holiday, he said, man, Drew is a beast. So, Drew Holiday has come through so far. He's been pretty good, working the basketball, 8 points. But they have to find a way to get Tatum on track. Tatum only 2 points, 9 rebounds. Anunoby has clearly got in his head or something's going on. Remember the first shot, one of the first shots of the game? He had a chance to take a 3, didn't take it, kicked it over to Holiday. Holiday scared him because he thought the ball was going to the
That's
rim.
your shot.
Yeah. So, and then he took the next one and it was way off. So they have to get him on track. And if you're the Knicks right now, you're going, hey, we're in pretty good shape.
They are in good shape.
You think about it, they should be down by 20.
11-4 was the closing run for New York in that second quarter to cut the 16-point deficit down to 9, 50-41. Boston ball going right to left. We're in the road green tonight, attacking the New York bench side of the floor here at TD Garden. Jason Tatum predictably getting it bad on the internet here after he carried the Celtics through the first round. Nobody cares about that. Tatum attacks, scoops, comes up short. Didn't have enough on that. That was a force. Tatum is now 1 for 8. Josh Hart, long lead in the corner. Brunson steps away from Holiday. Can't get the three-way, but Bridges is wide open. And his 3 circles the rim, no good. Tatum grabs his 10th rebound.
And he's doing one thing. He's rebounding the basketball.
He's got 26 rebounds in the series. Jaylen Brown, left-hand dribble, driving on Brunson. Brunson reaches in, knocks the ball away. Jaylen was foul hunting. Jaylen Brown was, and Brunson just grabbed the basketball. No-look lead. Al Horford got in the passing lane, prevented the easy 2 for Bridges by knocking it out of bounds.
Might have hit it off Al's head then. So if you're the Celtics right now, find the key to get something for Tatum going towards the rim or something where he gets an easy look.
I'm not sure there's been a more important 5 minutes in the playoffs in these games than the first 5 minutes of these third quarters. Towns has the ball slapped away, and he juggles it out of bounds. That might have been Drew Holiday. If it happened so fast that whose ever hands were moving so quick I couldn't see it, I assume it was Holiday. Well, the Knicks turn it over. They have been sloppy offensively. Difference of 3s aren't going. Here's Tatum stepping into 1 and knocking it down.
Gotta unlock that key, man.
After a 1 for 8 start, Tatum hits his first 3. Celtics by 12. We've seen it open the floodgates with him before. OG Anunoby, challenged by Derek White. Celtics lead 53-41. Bounce pass in the corner. Here's Brunson working against Holiday. Exposed the ball. Holiday knocked it away. Brunson has it back. Holiday chased him down. Got too close with his call for the foul. Sam Cassell right out on the court, applauding Drew Holiday, saying, you keep dogging him like that. That's a legit call.
And part of that was Brunson created that by just kind of pretty much like a flop. It's like, okay, dude, we understand you might have got fouled, but not that hard.
Bridges on the inbound. Lobs it. Dangerous to put that near Holiday, but Brunson comes up with it. Brunson has Jaylen Brown on the switch. Now Tatum is guarding him. Push pass into the corner for Josh Hart. Horford plays away from him. They want to go into Towns against Holiday. That's where the ball goes. Towns turns, fades to the baseline. Tough shot is good. Towns has been killing it from the corners in the playoffs. 53-43. Towns up to 16. Jaylen Brown attacks the paint and then floats it all the way back out to Tatum. Tatum going to back it up against Bridges. Horford sets the high screen. Tatum trying to turn the corner. Bridges grabs him. Tatum blows past him and flies through Towns into a two-hand slam.
Need to get it open. The door might be cracked.
You know what I love there? Tatum didn't complain. He got held. He got fouled. He didn't complain. 55-43. 2 in a row for Tatum. Celtics by 12. Early third quarter of game 2. Here's Towns against Jaylen Brown. Towns Backing him down. Double team help comes from Horford. Towns spins into Horford. Forces one up. No good. Horford the rebound. Towns lucky he didn't get called for an offensive foul there. Jaylen Brown picks up his dribble. Cross court. Derek White. He's open. It's a three. No good. Back iron. Rebound Towns.
Boy, the momentum kickers. That right just puts the...
Josh Hart driving in deep. Runs it up with the right hand and scores. That's, as Max likes to say, a 5-point swing.
Yeah, 3 you don't get, 2 the opposition gets.
So instead of up 15, Celtics are up 10. 9:25 to go in the third. So how many open threes are the Celtics going to miss here? Tatum moves to his left. Had an opening. Instead going to drive on Bridges. Scoop. No good. Back iron. Rebound. Puts in the air. And Towns going to get there first. Lead up the right side for Anunoby. Horford back defensively. Anunoby. Long cross court for Bridges. Moves into the free throw line. Towns quick jumper over Derek White. Swish.
Towns catching that basketball immediately, just turning, releasing before the pressure could get there.
The offensive game comes so easy for him. Tatum kick out Jaylen Brown. Boston lead down 8. Jaylen runs into traffic. Stripped to the ball by Josh Hart. Jaylen Brown turns it over.
Can't put that ball on the... Wow. Towns ready.
Towns up fakes. Tatum knocks the ball away. Holiday pounces on it. Jalen Brunson trying to chase him down. Holiday goes the distance and lays it in with the left hand.
That's a big play. Holiday with those quick hands, able to get through the passing lane and keep that thing right there at the 10-point level.
Interesting timeout here taken by Tom Thibodeau, because it's not as if the Celtics have the momentum. 8:35 to go, third quarter of game 2. Boston 57, New York 47 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
When you compete with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior like beer. Enjoy responsibly. By 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know 1 in 10 people in Massachusetts have unclaimed property? FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasurer's Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you're on the list. Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. And Cambridge Savings Bank. Put Cambridge Savings Bank into your small business starting lineup today. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
The Celtics play here, the Sports Hub.
Celtics by 10. Pretty much where we've been most of the night. 57-47 is the lead right now. An offensively challenged game. The Knicks are now out shooting the Celtics. Jason Tatum, 3 of 11. What's really interesting is that obviously the threes haven't been going, although he's just 1 for 2 tonight with that one he hit early in the third quarter. Jason Tatum is 5 of 17 on 2-point shots in the first game and a half of the series.
Well, you're trying to put him in position right now to get some things going towards the basket. Shot a 3, that one goes down, gets a 2 going back towards the basket. You want to see those floodgates kind of open, but defense is always the key. And what you're watching is Karl Anthony Towns. I think Tom Thibodeau said, Karl Anthony, we don't need you way out on the post with the basketball, trying to put the ball on the floor. What we need you is in the painted area where all you have to do is turn and fire. The Celtics don't have anybody to contest your shot.
Towns and Jaylen Brown have been the best players thus far in game 2. Towns 18 points, 13 rebounds. Brunson and Anunoby, who combined for 58 in game 1, have combined for 12 here in game 2 on 5 of 15 shooting. The Celtics tried Porzingis. He played 6 minutes off the bench in the first half, was not effective. I don't know whether we're going to see him or not in the same spot. But obviously, this is where Towns can go to work without Porzingis available. Jalen Brunson into the front court. Drew Holiday waiting for him. Ball in the hands of Josh Hart. Hart finds Towns a long way away from the basket against Tatum. Towns backs Tatum in. Makes one move with the pivot foot. Hook shot blocked by Horford. He saw it coming. Got there and blocked it. Jaylen Brown leading a 3-on-3. Offensive end. Push pass back to Tatum. Tatum didn't even look at the rim. Instead, enters it back to Jaylen Brown against Brunson. Jalen drawing the double team from Anunoby. Push pass out to Holiday. Holiday diagonals past Karl Anthony Towns. Kick back or threw it right to Bridges. Holiday just threw it away. That was going nowhere. Jalen Brunson up the middle of the floor. Horford backpedals so he doesn't pick up the foul. Forces Brunson though to the outside. Knicks with the ball down by 10. Approaching the middle stages of the third quarter. Anunoby step back on Horford. 3 though rims out. And a rebound for Derek White. Anunoby as a confident shooter is a different guy right now. Derek White for Tatum straight away. Pull up 3 on Towns. Rims out. The rim just spitting in Tatum's face right now. That was 2/3 of the way down. Tatum is 3 for 12. Bridges strong down the left side. Derek White holds him up, so he steps back in the baseline and misses. Good defense from Derek White, and he's got the rebound. Derek White into the front court. Josh Hart comes out to challenge. Derek White gives it up to Jaylen Brown. Driving strong in the baseline. Bad pass by Jalen. Terrible pass. Looking for Tatum. He throws it away. Jalen Brunson knocks Holiday away, but it's going to be a foul on Holiday on the floor. Holiday was not set. Jalen Brunson's arguing for free throws, but he's going to lose that argument.
He wants some serious continuation. Well, wait a minute. They are giving the free throws.
They have changed the call on the floor.
Wow. Plain enough, you get that?
Jalen Brunson gets a superstar call here. He's a superstar. Brunson trying to get himself going, and ball don't lie. Misses the first free throw.
There's Karl Anthony Towns here trying to buffalo his way in, trying to get a second chance opportunity.
Knicks are 21 of 36 from the line. Obviously, that includes all the hacking of Mitchell Robinson in game 1. Jalen Brunson not going to miss 2. He gets the second. 9-point game, 57-48. Celtics the lead and the ball. 7:03 to go, third quarter of game 2. Derek White for Jason Tatum on the right side. Up fakes the 3 on Towns. Tatum holding it over his head. They are daring him. Tatum, one dribble, into contact, runs it up, no good. Trying to get a foul, didn't get it, got knocked down. Long lead pass in the hands of Bridges. Bridges diagonals it out to Brunson. Brunson looking for the trailer, and Anunoby coming strong. Dunks over Derek White, offensive foul. Anunoby is making the replay signal, but Derek White was clearly there. The question is, was he outside the circle? It looked like he was.
Yeah. Boy, he took that. He's talking about taking over the team.
And Anunoby was able to fly that high because the whole thing was telegraphed. You could see it coming. Everybody could, including Derek White. And Derek White got out in front of it.
Ooh, that's like standing in front of a train coming full speed. He's like, okay, oh, it's going to hurt.
2 spectacular offensive fouls in this game on dunk attempts. One by Jaylen Brown in the first half. This one from Anunoby. Derek White muscles it over Brunson, up and in. He had to swing the ball from the left to the right. Brunson was giving him no room, so Derek White just forced it over him. Big Derek White sequence. He's been really stealth good tonight. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks for Derek White. Celtics by 11 midway through the third. Josh Hart, long cross court. Bridges trying to dribble away from Pritchard. Tatum waiting for him, so Bridges brings it back out to Josh Hart. Return to Bridges, trying to turn the corner on Pritchard. Bounce pass to the corner. Brunson bowls his way past Derek White, pushes it to the left corner for a Josh Hart 3, no good. Rebound Tatum.
Good box out there by Brown.
And good defense to make the guy, the shooter you wanted to shoot, which is Josh Hart. Tatum backing Bridges down, gets him in deep, rises, puts it off the window and in. Bully ball from Jason Tatum. Celtics by 13. Now Brunson, speaking of bullies, against Derek White. Right side of the floor. Can't turn the corner on him. Derek White takes it away. Bounce pass, cutter. Hart puts it up and in over Cornette off the glass.
Hart does that same move, coming along the baseline. They've learned that from Villanova.
That's right.
Years.
They've played together so long. Jaylen Brown steps to his left. He's open, and his 3 is good. Knicks fell asleep on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen is up to 20. Jaylen got knocked down, offensive foul. What a sequence for Jaylen Brown.
Karl-Anthony Towns just pushed him over. Picked up his third. Brown stood there, and Karl-Anthony Towns baited him. He went right to the body, and what do? You don't bump and grind. You fall down, make the officials make the call in your home.
We do not have the benefit of replay. We have not yet seen it. But the third foul on Karl-Anthony Towns is the 12th New York turnover. Celtics back 14 in the ball. Derek White attacking Bridges, goes off the window and in. He just got Bridges leaning the wrong way enough. 9-2 Boston run. Celtics have their largest lead, up by 16. Brunson gets it away to Towns. Towns, one dribble around Derek White. Finds Hart, kick out Brunson. They need this three. Don't get it. Rebound, Anunoby has it knocked away. Great hustle play by Peyton Pritchard. Luke Cornett sends Derek White away. Derek White into the front court. Pritchard calling for it. Derek White goes to Tatum instead against Josh Hart. Tatum wants Cornett to come out to set the screen. 12 on the shot clock. Cornett is there. Tatum moving to his right. Bounce pass. Cornett roll into the basket. Two-hand slam. Timeout, Tom Thibodeau. The #1 pick and roll offensive efficiency combination in the NBA this year was Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. #2, Jason Tatum and Luke Cornett. Go figure. 4:37 to go.
Numbers lie.
Not there, they didn't. 4:37 to go in the third quarter of Game 2. Boston 68, New York 50 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
As the Celtics prepare to defend their title, they know they'll have to protect home court. At Amica Insurance, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. They put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through the details of your coverage or following up after a claim. Your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit Amica.com and get a quote today.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats. You'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
Who sells Continental tires for less than Town Fair Tire? Nobody. Who has a better selection of Continental tires than Town Fair Tire? Nobody. And who gives you more free services for the life of those Continental tires? Nobody. Town Fair Tire has over 100 locations and over 600,000 tires in stock, all at the guaranteed lowest price. And that's why we say nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Another rough night shooting threes, but thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity for everyone. They'll donate $33 to one mission helping kids fight cancer. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original. We have entered the Derek White portion of the program. He has been brilliant on both ends of the floor in Game 2, particularly in his third quarter. Monster momentum play, taking the charge on the OG Anunoby dunk. He's knocked down a couple of shots. He's up to 18 points. And now, some interesting minutes coming up for Kristaps Porzingis, who was ineffective in his first stint late in the first half. He enters here with 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and the Celtics leading by 18. Off night for Tatum. Porzingis a non-factor, and yet the Celtics lead 68-50. Anunoby pushes Tatum away, drives, goes off the glass, no good. Rebound, deflected out of bounds, last touch by Tatum. Tatum immediately makes the replay signal. Would the Celtics use a challenge here just for an out of bounds? Brunson runs to grab it, but Celtics are challenging this.
Tatum was convinced. He said, I didn't touch the basketball. So Joe Missoula goes on in blind faith and believe he didn't even turn around to look at his bench, and then Tatum made that call.
And we ask the question we always do, because replay challenges are kind of like marriage. Just because you're right doesn't mean it's the right thing to make an argument over. What you're getting here is possession. Is that enough to challenge it here with 4:17 to go in the third? I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying it's, you have to look at these challenges as being so valuable.
I look at this. Possession in a game like this is you want the basketball, and if you got momentum going your way, I'd rather roll the dice. You're up by it right now. It looked like Anunoby did touch this basketball.
Yeah, fans reacting to the Jumbotron of it. I mean, certainly you have to win it if you're challenging. But what you always have to ask, what do you get out of it? You're not getting foul on anybody. You're not getting points. It's just about getting the basketball here. Game 3 will be Saturday afternoon. But ABC would like to have a mulligan on that one with Steph Curry out. Golden State, Minnesota will be in prime time, and the Celtics and Knicks will be in the old school Saturday afternoon Madison Square Garden playoff game. On today, the 30th anniversary, by the way, as I stare at my buddy Reggie Miller across the court. 30th anniversary of Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in 6 seconds.
Following review, the ball was last touched by OG. Therefore, we have a successful challenge. It is Boston ball. We have already had our 2 mandatory timeouts, so they retain their timeout. And there's a change of possession, so we have 24 on the shot clock.
So
I know, was James Capers the one? Somebody said the ball went off LeBron. Like to use, I know when first names became a thing.
Yeah, I was going to say OG.
OG Anunoby was very much on the Celtics radar when he came out. Remember, he was injured in college, slipped in the draft. All right, Boston ball, a chance to take a 20-point lead, which is what they enjoyed in game number 1. A little bit earlier in the third quarter of game 1. Derek White enters to Porzingis. 2-hand slam, and Kristaps Porzingis has his first points of the series.
You wanted to get him in a pick and roll, a high percentage shot with his hands and his elbows on the rim. You love that.
70-50 is the 20-point lead the Celtics enjoyed tonight. 3:49 to go in the third. Brunson, kick out, Josh Hart, another open 3, got it.
Celtics going to live and die with that.
Yep. Josh Hart trying to keep him honest. 2 of 5 from 3 tonight. 3 of 10 in the series. The Celtics' 20-point lead came with 5:34 to go in the third quarter of game 1. Up by 17 now with 3:22 to go in the third quarter of game 2. Porzingis posting up. That's where the ball goes against Bridges. Porzingis draws the double team in the paint. Forced it out to Tatum. Up fakes the 3. Return to Porzingis. He'll try a 3 and knock it down. And the Garden erupts.
That was a tough shot, though. Off the wrong leg.
Boston by 20. Brunson to the corner to Anunoby. Anunoby right-hand dribble. Step back. Ball slapped away by Tatum. Into the hands of Jaylen Brown. Celtics on the attack. 3-on-2. Tatum bounce pass lead right through the hands of Jaylen Brown, who was thinking about how many different ways he could slam it home.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Stop me when I'm telling lies.
Possessions.
Jalen Brunson bumping with Derek White. Rises, throws to the corner. Jaylen got his hand. Jaylen Brown got his hand on that. Deflects it out of bounds. Margin is 20. 2:44 to go in the third. Now Deuce McBride trying to be a game changer. Remember the difference here between game 1 and game 2. Everyone talked about the threes the Celtics missed. Nobody talked about the outlier shooting night that New York had from 3. They shot 46% from 3 in game 1. They're 4 of 18 tonight. Brunson drives. Tatum takes the paint away. Brunson dribbling between his legs. Backs it out on the wing. Shot clock down to 4. Brunson step back 3. Short. Front iron. Rebound. Derek White.
Big time man rebound.
And here comes Jaylen Brown into the front court. Jaylen to the free throw line. Kick out. Open. White. 3. No good. Back iron. Long rebound. Going to come right to Derek White. He'll fire it up. Miss again, but Porzingis is there. Can't put the offensive rebound back. And Celtics have had many chances to extend this lead. McBride goes the other way. Gets around Tatum. Right hand slam.
A little bit of swing there. You had a chance to take that thing and maintain 20-point lead.
Some pretty good shots. The shots have been good again. They're just not falling. Derek White floats it out to Porzingis. Hand to Jason Tatum. Tatum return to Porzingis. Attacks the paint. Runs over Brunson. Offensive foul. Brunson was set. Yeah, he was outside the circle, too.
Brunson's done one thing. He's taking a couple charges.
Yes, he's had a rough night. 3 of 12. Towns has been out a long time. There's 3 fouls, and Mitchell Robinson is in the game, and Celtics should have started fouling. Porzingis gets a second foul. It's just a matter of who's on the floor, who has fouls to give, and they're going to do this with. And Porzingis looks back to the bench to see if they're going to do it again. That's the foul they had to give. They were under 2 minutes, so now you can do it again if you want.
Why would you use it now?
That's a great question. I'm doing it now. Brunson, maybe in the half court. You don't want to do it. Brunson kick to the corner. Josh Hart open for 3, and he got it. And that's what you get. Celtics did not foul. They did not hack Robinson, and Josh Hart hits a 3. So that probably cost you 2 points there. So the lead is 15, 73-58. 115, 114, 113 to go in the third. Jason Tatum. Stop and start. Goes by Robinson. He's in deep. Lobs it from Porzingis. Bad pass. Porzingis couldn't get to it. Celtics getting careless again late in the quarter. Hart lead for Brunson. He's going to drop back to an open McBride, who knocks down a 3. Timeout, Joe Missoula. And the Knicks have taken the opening that the Celtics have gladly given them, and they've gotten right back in the game. 58 seconds to go in the third quarter, 73-61.
Well, it was you're trying to do a lob to Porzingis that doesn't look like he has any ups or hops. Before you throw it to him, he would have had that. But if you Tatum right now, just take that shot yourself and say that, if I miss, he'll get a chance to get the rebound.
An ugly sequence for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown taking his eye off the ball, dropping the pass and turning it over. Celtics missing a bunch of open shots in the next sequence, forcing it to Porzingis, and then you put yourself in a position to hack Mitchell Robinson, and then you don't do it, and Josh Hart gets an open 3 as a result, and now your lead is back to 12.
Well, that was a very easy process to me, because if you're going to foul initially for a reason, and Porzingis doesn't have a lot of fouls, you got to go out and foul again and put him to the line instead of giving up 3. They might not even get 1.
Are you going to give the Knicks, are you going to give this ball to Jalen Brunson in a close game in the fourth quarter again?
Well, if you're Celtics right now, you're saying you're not going to let it be a close game. Porzingis still in this basketball game.
Wow. A very similar sequence that turned game 1 around has now just unfolded for the Celtics. They have the ball, a 12-point lead, 58 seconds to go in the third. The value of possessions, the margins we always talk about. Peyton Pritchard. Doesn't get a screen from Jaylen Brown. He's got Josh Hart in front of him. Pritchard goes to the left side of the floor. Shot clock at 9. Bounce entry. Jaylen Brown against Jalen Brunson. Double team comes from Anunoby, and Jaylen Brown turns it over again. Just dropped the ball. Here comes Deuce McBride into the front court. Knicks have all the momentum now. Ball in the hands of Brunson. Not going to go for the 2-for-1 here with 28 seconds to go in the third, but they can get within 10. Brunson moving to his right. Pritchard down in his defensive stance. Brunson drives in the paint, floats it up towards Robinson, open for a lob. Never got to him. Robinson didn't know it was coming. Now the Celtics going to hold for the final shot.
I don't know if that was a lob or just a shot. He tried to get fouled.
I don't think it was. I think he was going for Robinson. He wasn't ready for it. It's in the hands of Tatum. 8 seconds to go in the third. Clock rolling. Tatum moving to his left. Knicks have a foul to give, and they give it. That one I don't like, because the Celtics did not look organized. They didn't look like they were going to come up with anything. Now they can run a play from a set side out of bounds with 6.8 to go in the quarter.
Have an opportunity at that point. Tatum was going to come wide. He was coming off that pick, and what we're going to have, Pritchard was going to be wide open there.
End of quarters have belonged to New York here in game 2. 5 seconds to go. Jaylen Brown dribbles to the three-point line against Robinson. He's going to have to force one. Jaylen Brown, high arcing 3, air ball. And an ugly end to the third quarter for the Celtics. Again, just when it seemed like they had it in control. Celtics led by 11 at the end of one, by 9 at halftime, up by 12 now as we make the turn for home. Starting to get a little tense inside TD Garden. End of 3 in game 2. Boston 73, New York 61 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot, a 1.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline, or a 2.99% APR on a 2025 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
The fans now on the edge of their seats.
It's time to stay locked in to every single moment. Because you never know when history will be made. When it's win or go home, every moment matters. So don't miss a thing. NBA playoffs presented by Google continues on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
Hey, it's Felger here to talk about Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that our finance team uses here at the Sports Hub, so you know they're a big deal. Ramp handles all the tedious financial nonsense you don't want to do, so you can focus on things that actually matter. With Ramp, you submit your receipts in seconds. Your finance team will love it, and your team will love it too. And for a limited time, when you sign up for Ramp, you will receive a bonus of $250. So visit ramp.com/hub and start saving time and eliminating expense headaches today.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Winter is finally behind us, so it's time for your car to get a spring refresh. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get your car ready for all your spring and summer adventures. Their services are done while you remain in your vehicle, and no appointment is needed. Stop in whenever you have 15 minutes to spare. Plus, get ahead of summer heat with a quick air conditioning system recharge. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save on your next visit and see your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of sunny days ahead.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Celtics go up by 20, and then they close the third quarter, going 0 for 4 with 4 turnovers. As a result, their lead is down to 12, and the Knicks will have the ball here as we start the fourth quarter.
Well, I had the basketball in that situation of understanding what they need to do. But I think if you're the Celtics right now, just come out, play your game, keep playing, keep attacking. I didn't like the last setup on that play. I got to go towards the hole. I got to get something being a little bit more aggressive.
Results-oriented society, as we always discuss, but a lot of the issues that plagued the Celtics in Game 1 have hit them again. They made some bad decisions with the basketball. They have shot the three poorly again, slightly better than Game 1, but not much. 28%, 8 of 29. They have not had a good shooting game. The difference really is the Knicks offensively. The Knicks have not shot it well. The Knicks have not made their threes, and the Knicks have committed 13 turnovers. Celtics offensively are pretty much where they were in game number 1. It's the Knicks offense that has cratered tonight in game 2. Celtics offense actually was better in game 1. Anunoby drives. Tatum pulls the rug. Anunoby floats it up. Off balance. No good. Rebound. Porzingis pulls it away from Mitchell Robinson. And there's the first strong rebound for Porzingis. Boston by 12. Their first possession of the fourth quarter here. Nearly 30 seconds in. Ball in the hands of Peyton Pritchard. Deep on the left side against Deuce McBride. Pritchard gets the Porzingis screen. Push pass for Al Horford. Now Tatum in the corner against Anunoby. He's been in his face the entire night. Tatum dribbles out of the wing. Pull up three on Robinson. Front iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Two-hand slam. Porzingis and the foul.
Got that one and looked like Tatum got clipped.
Yeah, he did. But it worked out for the Celtics. So instead of getting 3 free throws for Tatum, we got a potential three-point play here for Porzingis. The shot was so bad, it came right to Porzingis quickly. He got inside out. On Josh Hart. That's 3 on Hart. Porzingis gets the free throw. And the Boston lead is 15, 76-61.
Time for McBride.
Knicks have had just a terrible offensive night. Bridges creeps to the free throw line, steps to his right. His elbow jumper is online and good. 76-63. Boston by 13. A minute gone in the fourth quarter. Jason Tatum moving to his right, chased by Anunoby, swings it back to Horford. Horford up, takes on Bridges, drives into the paint, floats it up, back iron, no good. Rebound, Hart. Al didn't get close enough. Hart has to pick up his dribble, but McBride is there. Brunson out of the game to begin the fourth. McBride turns the corner. Porzingis waiting at the rim. There's the rim protection Celtics didn't have in the second half in game one. Miles Bridges straight away against Al Horford. Stop and start. That herky-jerky motion. Exposed the ball. Lost it. Off his fingertips. Holiday the steal. 3-on-2. Holiday finds Pritchard. Open. Three. Got it.
Ooh, now they have those. I mean, you're talking about a wide open look.
He had missed a bunch in a row. Celtics by 16. Bridges drives baseline. Turns. They run away from him, so he's open from 12 feet, and he knocks it down. Bridges has both baskets for New York here early in the fourth quarter. 79-65. Boston by 14. Exactly 10 minutes remaining right now if you're syncing up with TNT. Peyton Pritchard. Watched by Robinson. Moves it to Porzingis. Porzingis against Bridges at the elbow. Tries to force his way to 12 feet. Jumper is an air ball, but an offensive rebound comes right to Al Horford. Easy layup. Al steals the inbound from Hart and doesn't get fouled. They don't call it. Ball knocked away from him, and the Knicks have it. Wow. That's a big-time block. Took 2 points off the board. Bridges catches, releases. Right side three is good. Big, big, big swing. Bridges has 7 already in the quarter, and the Knicks trail by 13. Wow. That is the 5-point swing. Celtics should have been up by 18. Pritchard finds Horford. He is open. Straightaway three. Front iron. Barely takes an offensive rebound. Holiday throws a bad pass. He had to because he was falling out of bounds. McBride lead for Bridges. Pull up three. No good. Rebound is number 13 for Jason Tatum. Peyton Pritchard into the front court. Boy, it's a 13-point lead that feels like a 5-point lead right now. Holiday deep on the right side against Anunoby. Tatum wants it because Anunoby's not on him. That's where the ball goes. Spins on McBride. Stumbles into Hart. Hart slaps the ball away. Tatum saves it, pushing it back to Pritchard for a straightaway three.
Celtics again. These are some lucky bounces for the Celtics right now.
Celtics by 16. Hart drives, spins. Tatum slaps the ball away, but Hart has it back. Throws a bounce pass into the paint. Robinson catches. Got to foul that dude. They do, but too late, and Robinson banks it in. Boy, the Celtics should not have handled the Hack-a-Mitch Robinson strategy better in game one, and it could not be going worse tonight. That was brutal.
Yeah. Just had time to just wrap him up. Foul him in.
Going to get a little rest for Tatum now. He's played 37 minutes. He will come out. Porzingis looked better in the second stint. 8 points, 4 rebounds. Now, Mitchell Robinson, who was an adventure, obviously going 3 of 10 from the line in game one after a bad playoff series against Detroit shooting the ball. He's had times when he's been a decent free throw shooter, but he's changed his motion a lot. Looking for a three-point play, air ball.
Gee. That was brutal.
And it was. But you know what, Max? It only underlines to me how badly the Celtics have botched this earlier in the game.
Yeah. Well, even then, with them, instead of getting to, they would got probably nothing.
But Robinson will remember that next time he goes to the line. Pritchard fumbles his dribble, has it back. Celtics by 14. 8:13 to go. Pritchard, right side of the floor, floats it back to Horford. Moves it to Jaylen Brown. A pump fake on Anunoby. Drives into the paint, falling away. Very tough shot. Bounces out. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. But Jaylen Brown had a great first half. Not so much here in the second. New York down 14. Trying to give Brunson another at bat here like they did in game one. Late in the game, Anunoby has Jaylen Brown slide his feet in front of him. Anunoby drives, spins, hangs in the air, puts it too hard off the glass. Pritchard will grab the rebound. The defense on an Anunoby has been great tonight. Pritchard, lead pass to the left corner. Jaylen Brown drops it back to Horford and finds Pritchard for an open three that rims out. Rebound. McBride can't keep it in bounds. Boston ball.
Wow. Well, I mean, the Celtics have had some of these things again, Sean. Momentum breakers. He got a wide open three and he missed it.
Celtics have not played smart. They have not shot it well. But you know what they've done tonight? They have won the hustle plays in the 50-50 ball.
Yep, getting to every ball. And that's what the Knicks were doing before.
Holiday under out of bounds. It's safe to Pritchard. 7.5 to go right now. Boston by 14. Pritchard dribbles into an open three. It's deep. It's an air ball.
Dude, really? You going loco?
The idea is when you're open, shoot. And Pritchard dribbled himself into an open three, but he was farther away than he normally is because he doesn't often dribble backwards into threes. Knicks trying to make their run as he did in game one. Bridges trying to turn the corner on Holiday. Exposes the ball. Goes out of bounds off the foot of Holiday. What we're seeing between Anunoby and Holiday and the way Jaylen Brown's trying to, I mean, guys are wearing each other in their shirts. It's the way it's supposed to be on the 7th of May. Under out of bounds. It's safe to Bridges. Going to put in the hands of Mitchell Robinson. Hand back to Bridges. Bridges trying to spin on Drew Holiday. Gets to the mid-block. Fall away. Bounces in.
Wow. Gail Bridges has come to life.
Bridges has 9 in the fourth quarter. He did not score in the first 3. 84-72. Boston by 12. 6:52 to go. Tatum and Derek White going to check back in here, I would imagine, pretty soon. Brunson is going to the scorer's table now. Towns is back in. Jaylen Brown for Holiday. Going to take a slot drive on the right side. Kick to the corner for an open Al Horford three. That is no good. Karam's over the top of the backboard. And the cavalcade of open threes that the Celtics have missed continues, and that is why the New York Knicks are still alive with a chance to steal game 2. 6:39 to go. Boston 84, New York 72 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every three-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer, up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. For rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com. The Pianta Dusty Baking Company is a local fourth-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Pianta Dusty Baking Company.
110 Grill in Athol is the perfect place to get together with friends and family. Thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment, 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in Athol today, or to find another location near you, head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Boston by 12. 6:39 to go in the fourth quarter of game 2. We knew it was not going to be easy. It has not been. A lot of things have gone wrong for the Celtics in this game, but as you said, the Knicks won the hustle plays in game 1. The Celtics are winning the hustle plays in game 2. That combined with the fact that the Knicks had an outlier shooting night that nobody wanted to talk about because everybody wants to focus on how poorly the Celtics are shooting. The Knicks shot it great in game 1. They have not shot it well here in game 2. Bridges has caught fire, scoring 9 points here, his first 9 of the game in the fourth quarter. And Jalen Brunson will come back in. And what's that magic number where Jalen Brunson can will the Knicks over the finish line?
Well, if you're the Knicks right now, you want to keep this thing, you want to get under 10. And then Brunson can kind of do his magic. Got to get Tatum back in this game.
Tatum is staying out. Derek White will return. Man, I know everyone's pointing to Jaylen Brown because he got off to the great start. I think Derek White's the man of the match right now. It's close. Celtics have a lot. Overall, if you want to talk about the 8 quarters, Drew Holiday maybe has been the Celtics' best player. For the Knicks, it's been tough because Karl-Anthony Towns has had 2 first halves in which he looked unstoppable. Now, you got Towns and Brunson back in there, starting lineup on the floor with the exception of Mitchell Robinson, double big in there for Anunoby. They're saving Anunoby for Tatum. Bridges, hounded by Drew Holiday, throws it back to Brunson, return to Bridges, out at half court, 5 on the shot clock. 6:20 to go in game 2. Bridges, herky-jerky move, past Holiday, reverses it up and gets the bounce. And now Bridges, who did not score in the first 3 quarters, can't miss. He's got 11 in the 4th quarter, and it's a 10-point game. The Celtics have had 20-point leads in the first 2 games of this series. It's back to 10 now. Horford up fakes, driving on Towns, gets deep in the paint. Horford forces it up, no good. Rebound, Cornette deflects it, but right to Brunson. Here come the Knicks again. Brunson up the middle of the floor, kick out, Bridges open, long 2 is good. And the Knicks fans at TD Garden making a bunch of noise because Mikal Bridges has 13 4th-quarter points. The Knicks have scored 8 in a row. We've got an 8-point game. 84-76. Got to get Tatum back in. Derek White, 2 is left. Another 3. Sails short. And the rebound for Karl-Anthony Towns. Knicks with momentum. Can they pull 2 20-point comeback wins out to start the series? Mikal Bridges straight away against Jaylen Brown. Moving to his right. Jaylen stays in front of him. Bridges the hot hand. Spins away. Holiday is there. Bridges fumbles it. Falling out of bounds. Just does get it back to Brunson. Final 2 seconds on the shot clock. Brunson a prayer 3. Boulder. Should have been a shot clock violation. Cornette the rebound. Quick outlet. Derek White goes the distance and gets fouled by Josh Hart.
Wow.
4th foul on Josh Hart.
Well, Brunson is saying he went under it. They're not calling all that now.
They didn't call much of anything tonight.
And he goes in. Derek White almost had the steal.
You've got the Knicks fans in the building starting to get boisterous as Derek White is the first free throw. And Celtic fans are so uptight right now because a 20-point lead vanished and you lost game 1. Now a 20-point lead was whittled down to 8 here in the 4th quarter of game 2. This is a little similar. The similarity is the NBA Finals last year in game 2. The difference is the Celtics had already won game 1 when that big lead started to get away. Derek White made the big play that night. He's made all plays in the second half tonight. Celtics by 10 after the Derek White free throws. 86-76. Clock about to hit. 5 minutes remaining in game 2 right now. But the clock is not going to help the Celtics. They need to execute on the offensive end. It has been ugly for 7.5 quarters to start the series. Jaylen Brunson for Mikal Bridges. Straight away against Derek White. Bridges. Pull up. 3 on Horford. Rims out. Long rebound. Josh Hart pulls it away from Jaylen Brown. Kick out to Brunson for 3.
Josh Hart again.
The Boston lead is down to 7. It's a horror movie you saw 48 hours ago, and it's unfolding again. 4:25 to go in game 2. It started with a abysmal end to the 3rd quarter for the Celtics. Tatum back in, has it here against Brunson. Shot clock at 7. Tatum bounce pass for Derek White. He leans into a left side 3. It's short, and the rebound for Karl-Anthony Towns. Open 3 after open 3 after open 3, and the Celtics can't make them. Now Jaylen Brunson starts his drive on Tatum. Stop and start. Tatum waiting for him. Brunson has plenty of time, pulls it back out. Left-hand dribble drive, in deep, kick out. It gets through Derek White, right to Josh Hart. He finds Bridges, steps to his right, takes the 3. No good, rebound. Josh Hart again, but his kick out picked off by Tatum, who sends Drew Holiday away. Holiday drop back to Derek White. Long cross court, Tatum open in the corner. This is the one they need, but don't get it. Tatum misses the open shot, and Bridges the weak side rebound. Wow. And the pressure builds and builds and builds on Jason Tatum. New York down by 7 with the ball and all kinds of momentum. Down to 3:24 to go. Jaylen Brunson, push pass for Bridges, into the corner. Josh Hart, left-hand dribble, floats it with the right hand, up and good. It's a 5-point game. And Joe Missoula is going to make his champions play through this. 13-2 is the run. Everybody on their feet here. We hit 3 minutes remaining in game 2. The Boston lead is 5. Jaylen Brown moving away from Brunson. He is open. Straight away 3. No. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. You can't get better shots than the Celtics are getting here in the fourth quarter, and they just can't knock one down. Brunson, pull up three. No. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson, and the Celtics finally foul that dude. However, he wasn't shooting.
No, he didn't shooting, but he was just in a position then where he kept getting rebounds.
And the Knicks will grab timeout. Here we are again. The telltale moment of the Celtics title defense has arrived. 2:43 to go in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Boston 86, New York 81. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
As the Celtics prepare to defend their title, they know they'll have to protect home court. At Amica Insurance, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. So they put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through the details of your coverage or following up after a claim, your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit amica.com and get a quote today.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7, and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
For burgers, lasagna, tacos, and nachos, ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Now through Thursday, get value pack 80% lean fresh ground beef for only $2.97 a pound. Limit 2 when you use the digital coupon. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, ground beef sale ends Thursday. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. And just when you thought it can't get worse, it just got worse as they have upgraded Mikal Bridges' long 2, which was called a 2 on the floor, to a 3 earlier in the quarter. So it is now a 14-2 New York run. And the Boston lead, which was 20 in the third quarter of Game 1, a game they lost, was 20 late in the third quarter of Game 2, is now down to 4 points. 86-82 is the Boston lead with 2:43 to go.
One of the things you had, as you said, everybody's had to look at the three-point line, wide open. You had Tatum by himself. You had Brown by himself. You had Horford by himself. You had White by himself. And all those guys missed threes. Wide open looks.
As crazy as this may sound, it feels like the Celtics actually have had better looks at 3 tonight than they did in Game 1, and yet they are still shooting just 25%. This is the way you beat the Celtics. You hold them under 32% from 3. You make them normal with this high volume of threes. You've got a chance to beat them. And the Celtics have been way below 32% in the 2 games. In fact, they're a dead on, 15 of 60 in Game 1. So they are now exactly 25 of 100 in the series from distance. And there's the hack. And now they're going to hack Mitchell Robinson here. You could do it for 42 more seconds. Tatum only had 1 foul, so he gives the foul, his second. Now the question is, if you're going to do it again.
No. Anunoby is trying to come in this game.
Anunoby to guard Tatum. And he has done a phenomenal job. Jason Tatum 4 for 17. Does have 14 rebounds in the game, but Jason Tatum with 9 points. Brunson triggers the inbound. Knicks trying to make it a 1-possession game. Horford gives the foul. That's the last one the Celtics have to give. So they're obviously going to do it again. The question here is who commits the foul? Horford picked up 2 early fouls in this game thanks to Karl Anthony Towns. He finally gets his 3rd now. It can't be Horford. Everybody else on the floor in the Celtics starting lineup here has 2 fouls, and Tom Thibodeau is not going to give him a chance. Anunoby comes in. That gets Mitchell Robinson out of the game. So the Knicks get smaller.
I would watch out for Josh Hart.
Celtics again have dominated the offensive glass, but Hart has gotten some big ones here in the 4th quarter, in which the Celtics have gone 4 of 19 from the floor. OG Anunoby for Brunson, runs to the corner, enters to Josh Hart, dives in, goes too hard off the glass, offensive rebound, put back for Karl Anthony Towns, scored, and the foul and a free throw from Karl Anthony Towns will make this a 1-point game.
Wow. I said Josh Hart would be that guy who'd be inside out. And this, if you're the Celtics right now, this tests your courage right now. You got to win this game. 20-point lead. You got to win this game.
It was inconceivable that it could happen again until the Celtics messed around with the game those final 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter. And they dared open the door. Towns going to make the free throw. And here we are. The 20-point lead is down to a single point, 86-85. You could almost feel it coming, like it was predestined. 2:25 to go in game 2. Tatum, right-hand dribble behind the Horford screen. Dribbles around Brunson. Anunoby fights under the screen against Tatum. Tatum, right-hand dribble in the paint. Turns, fades. Very tough shot. No good. Can't buy one. Rebound Bridges. And the New York Knicks can take the lead here with 2:11, 2:10, 2:09 to go in game 2. Jalen Brunson, watched by Holiday, gets a hard screen from Hart. Brunson against Holiday. Here's the marquee matchup. Brunson down the right side. Off the wrong foot. Tough shot is good. Jalen Brunson, the NBA's clutch player, has given New York the lead with 1:55 to go. 87-86.
Wow.
The time is here to be tested for the champions. Jaylen Brown against Jalen Brunson. Bumps him, drives, floats it up. It's going to be short. Got a hand on the rebound, but can't come up with it. Bridges has got it. The Celtics are 4 for 22 in the 4th quarter. New York by 1. Add the ball. Clock rolling. 1:32, 1:31, 1:30 to go. Jalen Brunson moving to his right. Holiday stays in front of him. Shot clock down to 6. Pass into the corner. Bridges contested 3. No good. Rebound belongs to Al Horford. Quick handoff. Tatum. Celtics try to run. Tatum into the front court. Anunoby waiting. Bounce past Derek White. Catches Brunson. Reaches out. Commits the foul. That was the last foul the Knicks had to give.
Man, did Josh Hart come crashing in trying to get that rebound?
Of course he did.
All hell broke loose. He was coming.
Tatum triggers a side on a bounce into Jaylen Brown. Mikal Bridges waiting for him. 1:11 to go. Boston down by 1. Jaylen Brown against Jalen Brunson. Left-hand dribble, pulls up into contact. Shot bounces, no good. Offensive rebound. Derek White got knocked down to the putback. It's no good, no foul. Here come the Knicks, up by 1. Jalen Brunson driving, scooping, and scoring. The Knicks fans in the building going wild. A 15-0 New York run. And the Knicks lead by 3 with 52 seconds to go in game 2. Jason Tatum gets the screen from Horford. Dribbling low, attacking Towns, draws the foul, runs it up, no good. But Tatum at least will get some free throws here. Knicks are over the limit with 44.9 to go, and needless to say, Tatum has got to make them both.
Man. Yeah. What a rebound that was, though, by Derek White, trying to tap it in all in one motion. Now you put more pressure on Tatum.
A 21-2 run for the Knicks in the 4th quarter. Tatum gets the first free throw. By the way, Jason Tatum's first free throw of the night. Crazy that Jason Tatum's taken 13 two-point shots and had not gotten to the line until now. Tatum gets them both. 89-88. New York by 1. 41 seconds to go in game 2. Everybody on their feet at TD Garden, but you probably knew that. Holiday dogging Brunson, bobbles it, has it back. He's out near half court, 12 on the shot clock. Holiday putting the pressure on. Celtics do not have a foul to give. Brunson moving to his right, looking for Horford on the switch. Holiday challenges the 3 by Brunson. Air ball, rebound, goes off of Anunoby. Which way are we going? It's Boston ball. Anunoby couldn't save it. And now the Celtics will get it. Down by 1 with 24.2 to go. Joe Missoula's got 2 timeouts left. I don't think he's going to take one. The Celtics have scored 38 points in the second half. The number 4 offense in NBA history has been stifled. And when they haven't been stifled, they have stifled themselves, missing open shot after open shot after open shot. Celtics will take one of their timeouts here with 24.2 to go, down by 1. There are moments in a playoff run that decide it. Last year's happened with nobody expecting it in Game 1 of the conference finals against Indiana. It came out of the blue. Sometimes you know when you've arrived at the moment, and the moment has arrived.
Well, the moment is here. And you're talking about the Celtics have to score here. Obviously, Knicks can't give a foul. Celtics can't give a foul on the other side. It's like you have put yourself in a position. Tatum trying to take those jump shots. I didn't like that last one he took, but this time the Knicks trying to get towards the basket. Boy, this would be absolutely crazy.
What do you do when you've trusted your offense for 2 full years? And the offense that has created more open shots and more open threes than anybody in NBA history. You knocked down more threes than any team in NBA history, but in the first 2 games of this series, open 3 after open 3 after open 3, the same ones that the Knicks gave the Celtics all year, but in these 2 games they have not fallen. And the Celtics return to the floor down by 1 with the specter of an 0-2 deficit going into what will be bedlam on Saturday afternoon in New York. But still a chance to pull a rabbit out of a hat and turn the series around. Tatum will trigger it from under his own basket. It's in the hands of Derek White. He returns to Tatum, and here we go. 20 seconds to go. Tatum dribbles past Robinson, flies in for a 2-hand slam. Nobody stopped the ball. And for 48 hours of everyone in Celtics Nation screaming to take it to the rim, Jason Tatum just did it coast to coast with as much authority as you can imagine. Boston has the lead with 18.5 to go.
Great setup then by the coach. Diagramming the play. Al Horford comes up, sets a pick from behind. You got Robinson against Tatum, foot speed against no foot speed at that time, and just drove right towards the basket. But if you're the Knicks, this is all you want.
Where would you rather be?
Yeah. With the ball, with that dude in his hand. Watch out, Sean, for a pump fake of trying to get his man up in the air. How tricky, you know what this guy can do when you think about Brunson. But the other guy who's been really good, is it time for Karl Anthony Towns to show up? Or Bridges, who's had a tremendous game.
In 8 decades of Knicks history, if they pull this out, have they ever had 3 consecutive wins like this? Clinching the series in Detroit on the Brunson shot, coming from 20 down to beat the Celtics in overtime in Game 1. And now, Jalen Brunson, the NBA's clutch player winner. They call him Captain Clutch in New York. He returns to the floor with New York down by 1 and 18.5 to go in Game 2.
Yeah.
Can the Celtics muster up the clutch defense?
Yeah.
And create a signature moment in their title defense?
You got the Mongoose over there and Holiday.
Jalen Brunson will trigger the side of the bounce. Knicks have another timeout, but the ball's in safely. Brunson's got it. Holiday chasing him deep on the right side. Brunson spins, gets to 12 feet, draws a foul. Shot is no good, but Brunson will get free throws with 12.7 to go.
Holiday tried to bring on that outside, tried to knock that basketball away, couldn't. That's the trickiness when you get Brunson out there in that situation.
Brunson, 1 of 2 from the line tonight. 7 of 9 in the series, but this is Jalen Brunson time now with the game on the line. New York down 1, 12.6 to go. Brunson at the line. Ball back in his hands. First free throw. Good. Rattles in. Celtics have 1 timeout remaining. The shot making the Celtics have relied on, the shot making the Celtics won a championship with, has abandoned them for 2 nights in May to start this series. Now Jalen Brunson is at the free throw line trying to give New York the lead with 12.6 to go. Bends the knees, in the left hand. Free throw is good. Celtics trail. No timeout. Holiday's got it. 12 seconds to go. Back to Tatum. Cross half court. Tatum behind the Horford screen. Tatum, 5 seconds. Tatum at the free throw line. Tatum falling away in a baseline. His pass blocked by Bridges, and the Knicks have done it again. The Celtics do not get a shot away. And the New York Knicks, written off as a championship contender midway through this season, have just recorded 3 extraordinary victories on the road to put themselves up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Back-to-back 20-point comeback wins. And the most stunning postseason round in NBA history continues, with the road team winning all 6 games. The final score, New York 91, Boston 90. And for the Celtics to keep their title defense alive, the greatest road team in NBA history is going to have to make some magic in an extraordinarily hostile environment on the road. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
Hey, small business owners, listen up. There's a team rooting for your success at Cambridge Savings Bank. They're ready to listen, understand, and support your vision every step of the way. Visit CambridgeSavings.com, member FDIC.
Become a top performer with UMass Lowell's online MBA. Consistently ranked among the top by U.S. News and World Report. Discover UMass Lowell's online MBA at uml.edu/online.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
The shot making the Celtics have relied on, the shot making the Celtics won a championship with, has abandoned them for 2 nights in May to start this series. Now Jalen Brunson is at the free throw line trying to give New York the lead with 12.6 to go. Bends the knees in the left hand. Free throw is good. Celtics trail. And they would hold on. The final play of the game, Jason Tatum dribbling into traffic. Tried to throw it back out of the wing. Bridges, like everybody else, saw it coming, picked it off. And the Knicks, in back-to-back games, have come from 20 points down to the third quarter to take a simply shocking 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals, winning both games on Boston's floor. The next 72 hours or so, it's going to be a Saturday afternoon game, are going to be fascinating because the Celtics bandwagon is going to empty like you would not believe. Let's talk about the hardworking player of the game. Let's get the business taken care of first, and then we'll get into it. Brought to you by Bosch Power Tools, hardest working player, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools, built to keep workers going to full strength. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. How about a scoreless 3 quarters from Mikal Bridges, and then in the fourth quarter, the Celtics only outscored him 17-14, as Bridges is the one who carries the Knicks across the finish line here tonight to take this shocking 2-0 lead. Celtics, again, miraculously hit the exact same percentage from 3, 25%. 15 of 60 in game 1, 10 of 40 in game 2. And tonight they got even better looks than they got in game number 1. With each 3, Kelly's Roast Beef will donate $33 to One Mission helping kids fight cancer. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original 3-way, proud to be local, always original. Celtics playoff basketball brought to you by Amica, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. As the chase for Banner 19 continues, make sure you visit Amica.com today to get a quote on award-winning insurance. The bandwagon will be empty. Jason Tatum, who had the best year of his career, was arguably the 3rd best player in the NBA this season, and maybe the best player in the entire NBA in the first round of the playoffs, is now going to suffer 72 hours of the worst bashing online and on air that you can receive as an NBA player. That's about to happen. The live by the 3, die by the 3 stuff is going to continue. Joe Missoula, the winningest coach in NBA history in regular season and playoff basketball, is now going to be considered someone who doesn't know how to coach basketball. This is all going to happen in the next 72 hours. We will begin the discussion of Game 3 on the other side. Buckle up for a fascinating 3 days. The New York Knicks have come from 20 down in back-to-back games to take a 2-game-to-none lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals. It has been 25 years since they have reached the Final Four, and they'll have a chance to do it this weekend in New York. Final score, New York 91, Boston 90. We'll wrap it next with a few words to say on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations, long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance. So you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market is saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll get $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right, use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door will be ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time. Shop online.
Earn your bachelor's degree online, quickly and affordably with UMass Lowell. Visit uml.edu/online.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online. 98.5, thesportshub.com.
Al steals the inbound from Hart and doesn't get fouled. They don't call it. Ball knocked away from him, and the Knicks have it. Wow. That's a big-time block. Took 2 points off the board. Bridges, catches, releases. Right side 3 is good. Big, big, big swing. Bridges has 7 already in the quarter, and the Knicks trail by 13. Beyond the wildest dream of any New York Knicks fan, to get the winner from Jalen Brunson in Detroit in Game 6 to advance to the second round of the playoffs, and then to come from 20 points down twice in back-to-back games to beat the Boston Celtics and take an absolutely shocking 2-game-to-none lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The talk shows and the talking heads are going to do, Max, what they're going to do over the next couple of days before Saturday afternoon. And they're going to talk about Jason Tatum and the Celtics missing more open shots than you could possibly imagine. I want to start the conversation by talking about where the Celtics lost this game, and that is at the end of the third quarter. 3 abysmal minutes. They went 0 for 4 with 4 turnovers. They made bad decisions. They started going styling and profiling, looking for highlight plays instead of making smart plays. They botched the fouling of Mitchell Robinson a couple of times. That cost them points in this game. And for all the conversation about the bucket of open threes the bucket load of them the Celtics have missed in Game 1 and Game.
I still have a lot of confidence in these guys because it's just a margin. The margins, again, were what the Celtics didn't do. The Knicks were able to score. You had Robinson score. Tatum had, and everybody had open looks from the three-point line. But nobody made those looks, knocked down those shots. I've been in this situation before. And now it becomes all about heart. All about heart. Not Josh Hart, but all about heart. Playing with the heart of a champion. They are the champion.
Oh, this is going to be
what I saw today was I saw guys panic. And wide open from the three-point line, the Towns around the rim. The Knicks have played a great game, and the Celtics haven't. The Celtics have played in glimpses, and because of that, they're down 2-0, and everybody and their brother right now are texting me. What did I say? What did I say? Okay. Still the champs.
The Celtics were 20-2 this year after a loss until tonight. Just the third time they've lost 2 in a row. You got to go back to midway through Joe Missoula's first year, or late in that first year. It's been over 2 years since the Celtics lost 3 consecutive games. That is something that technically will be on the line Saturday, but something much
Celtics. So if you're the Celtics right now, you have nothing to lose. The pressure's not on you. You're still the champs. The Knicks have to go in and prove who they are. And I think that if the Celtics go out and play their A game, they're still capable of winning. I think one thing the
Knicks will have to be better, but they can be better. But the Celtics, this extraordinary run, 100 threes they have taken in the series. They have missed 75 of them. They lose in overtime in Game 1. They lose by a single point in Game number 2. If the margins are everything, the Celtics are very much alive in this series, but it's not going to feel like it after you listen to everything you're going to hear over the next 3 days. Max and I will be with you at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
Well, what now? The series moves to New York, and Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. For over 70 years, Charles D. Sheehy has been your local leader for pipe, valves, and fittings. CDS can offer you solutions to keep your project moving along. All right, I'm Joe Murray. We'll get into this more coming up. In pounds bread to Bread of Life in Malden. You can find Panadosi's famous French bread, rolls, and subs at your local grocery store. We'll get the box score and more coming up next. I'm Joe Murray on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare.
Stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Kelly's Roast Beef is now serving Worcester. Since 1951, Kelly's has been stacking up mouth-watering made-to-order sandwiches like their famous roast beef, slow-roasted, thinly sliced, and piled high. Kelly's is the home of the original three-way roast beef, American cheese, mayo, and James River barbecue sauce. A New England classic. Come, Kelly's Roast Beef, where the original still tastes best.
Hey, it's Beetle. Happy heavenly birthday today to the guru, Mike Albert. If you get water, the Albert family always has you covered. 844-LIVE-DRY or premierbasement.net. And we know what Mike would say.
It's game over for water.
Ready to advance your career? Get started this summer with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty. Benefit from incredible affordability. Begin May 19th at UMass Lowell, online or on campus.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
OG Anunoby for Brunson runs to the corner. Enters to Josh Hart. Dives in. Goes to Anthony Towns. Will make this a 1-point game.
Wow. I said Josh Hart would be that guy.
Well, Josh Hart tonight, 23 points in the New York Knicks win over the Celtics. And wow, Celtics down 2-0 after blowing 20-point leads in back-to-back nights. When has that ever happened? Struggles from the coach, Jason Tatum tonight, double-double, 13 points, 14 rebounds, but went 5 of 20 from the field. People will point to that. We'll have more coming up on our flagship station, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Cerrone Battle will join me. We'll break this one down. And I'll give out the phone number so you guys can get that one going. 616. I'm Joe Murray. We're going to talk about it on our flagship station, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Until then, Celtics trail 2-0 in the series. We'll talk to you guys from New York. Saturday night here in the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
Jalen forces it up over C.
By DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Celtics basketball is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. From the Tire Studios, the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics are looking for number 19.
Tatum pulling up.
Hear every playoff game right here. Your home for Boston Celtics basketball. WBC FM and HD1 Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group station.
No timeout. Holiday's got it. 12 seconds to go. Back to Tatum. Cross half court. Tatum behind the Horford screen. Tatum, 5 seconds. Tatum at the free throw line. The baseline is passed. Blocked by Bridges. And the Knicks have done it again. The Celtics do not get a shot away. And the New York Knicks, written off as a championship contender midway through this season, have just recorded 3 extraordinary victories on the road to put themselves up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Back-to-back 20-point comeback wins. And the most stunning postseason round in NBA history continues, with the road team winning all 6 games. The final score, New York 91, Boston 90. And for the Celtics to keep their title defense alive, the greatest road team in NBA history is going to have to make some magic in an extraordinarily hostile environment on the road.
All right, welcome in 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Well, sound off, everybody. How do you defend this? What do you do here? The Celtics have blown 20-point leads in back-to-back games. They have not knocked down shots, and at time you wondered if they're... I'm sure people are upset, and, well, this has been the place to talk about the Celtics this year. And, well, I have always said the Celtics get out to big leads, and the teams tap out. The New York Knicks are yet to do that. Cerrone Battle joining us here on the Sports Hub. Cerrone, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right, Joe. I'm doing all right. I've been better.
We're going to try to run on Missoula.
Okay.
So I'll get a couple of things out of the way because, we're already being attacked, Cerrone. So, we didn't shoot the basketballs tonight, you and I, right?
Oh, we're getting into me and you?
Oh, boy. So
what did we do?
I would just like to say you and I did not shoot the basketballs tonight. And we did not coach the game. You know what I mean? We're not the ones getting out coached in the series.
Why are they attacking us? I didn't even say anything yet. I'm probably in 100% agreement with them. What are they getting on us for?
I mean, what choke job was worse, last night or tonight, or 2 nights ago or tonight?
Same game. It's the same thing. I mean, you might have say, at least they went to overtime the last game, but I think tonight is it's the same situation. I mean, the game played out exactly the same. Both 20-point leads, dominant going to the paint early in the game. Holiday, Jaylen Brown just feasting on the low block on the Knicks guards. Second half, they just stopped. That's it. I mean, Drew Holiday defended by Brunson in the fourth quarter, I think from the 7-minute mark on. Brunson came back in. He never took a shot. Holiday did not attempt a single shot on Brunson in the fourth quarter. Jaylen Brown dominant in the paint. Holiday dominant in the paint in the first half. Second half total, I think they took 5 combined shots inside the foul line. The whole half. Up 20 is when you do it. And all of a sudden they just said, nah, you know what? Let's just go back and prove to everybody that we can hit these threes. And it just, the same thing happened. The only difference was game 1, it was OG. Game 2, it was Bridges. But it played out exactly the same way. And they just got outbeaten every possible way in this game.
What bothered me more than anything, third quarter, about 4 minutes to go, it was like they were just trying to get into the fourth quarter and coast. They went 0 for 4. I don't know what they were doing as far as substitutions. New York got back in the game. And then, so again, I know that the coach wasn't out there shooting the shots and missing them either, okay?
He was telling them to do it, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, because again, I want to be very critical because this is the 2 worst losses of the season. They're 40-1 or 40-something-1 when they're up by 16 points or more this year. This is unheard of. I just saw a stat, Cerrone, that no team has come back from 20 points down on the road in 25 years and win both games. So it's like this is we're watching something that's never happened before. This is bad. This is bad.
It is bad. And the thing is, when you look up, you're like, man, the Knicks, what effort, what all of the, man, they scored 91 points. They didn't do anything special at all. Any team scores 91 against the Celtics is usually an L, and it's been that way for a few years now. They only scored 91 points. I can see the Knicks went out there, scored 125, 130 points, and was just on fire. But they didn't. They only scored 91 points. You just didn't do anything. You just sat there and watched them just creep back in it. Again, just I have no words for it. I mean, I know it's the radio business. I got to have something to say. I have no words for what I watched in that second half. And if the whole building and the millions of people watching are screaming at the TV, stop shooting threes, go to the basket. Reggie Miller kept saying, oh, they're now, 20 for their last 100 threes or whatever it was. Go to the basket. When you got Porzingis standing there and he's got Brunson on him on the switch, give it to him. When Al Horford has Hart on him off a switch under the basket, give it to him. Tatum, you want easier buckets? Stop trying to dribble from 30 feet out. Catch it under the basket. That way you don't have to dribble it all and get the layup. We know it works because that's what worked for this team in the first half. Brown got off to a flying start doing that. Holiday did it. Derek White going to the basket. And at the same time, you got to stand up and didn't say anything. We're just sitting there like trying to be like a hard parent. Like, nope, you're going to learn from your mistakes on your own. No, now is not the time to be sending messages to your team about toughness. No. He should have called the timeout and drew up some plays to get to the basket. And now it's too late. So I can't wait to see what he has to say about this.
Yeah. I know that the Celtics struggled to shoot. Jason Tatum had another, unlike Tatum night as far as scoring goes. Jaylen Brown got cold. The Porzingis had to come off the bench. I'm not giving any excuses. It's hard for me not to put this one on Missoula. It's hard. And, I'm thinking about the team down 2-0. Cerrone, I've watched other teams. I've watched the old Big Three go down 2-0 in series. I've watched, Kevin Garnett and that team go down 2-0 and come back in series. So the series isn't over. I'm just shocked in the way that they've lost.
Yeah.
20. And I think you're going somewhere with this. I'm wondering if the players are starting to, or no, he didn't. And I blame him for that.
Mm-hmm. He didn't put him in a chance to win a position to win the game the whole second half, Joe. They took him out the game. You played right into their hands. And once Thibodeau said, no, leave him out there. They're going to keep fouling him. It's like, yeah, you're going to put them over the limit, and Brunson's going to draw fouls and get to the line. And that's exactly what happened. That's a bad coaching decision. Tatum, I understand people want to get on here and say, Tatum. I get it. The stars always get the blame. Tatum was awful shooting the basketball all night. But guess when he was really awful? When they were up 20 points. His bad shooting didn't affect them when they were up 20 points because hey, we're winning. We're playing a team game. It didn't affect them. The Knicks actually came back when Tatum got going. I think he scored 7 points in the third quarter or something like that. He hits the three. He gets a dunk in the lane. He gets a layup. Quick 7 points. But guess what? The Knicks were on his heels. Fourth quarter, Tatum gets the free throws. Then he gets the dunk to take the lead. That's when the Knicks were really rolling. But when Tatum was off and he wasn't forcing the issue, that's when they were up 20 points because everybody else was getting buckets. They were spreading the ball around. They were harder to defend. It's like, man, if he's not going, Porzingis didn't have it going early. That's when the Celtics were up 20 because they weren't predictable. You didn't know what they were going to do. It was Derek White. It was Holiday. Pritchard got going again. You saw no Pritchard late in the game. Everybody had it going, and it was a 20-point lead. And then for some reason, Joe, they just stopped doing what worked. And it drives me crazy. I get they were getting open threes. Tatum had a three open in the corner. Late in the game, it was like a minute left, 2 minutes left. Wide open, bodies were on the ground. You know what would have been a better shot? But it was like, no, this is what we do. Let's just keep doing it. And not a single coach over there looked over and said, no, don't do that again. Let's get layups. And that's the most frustrating part about this. You're making, Thibodeau out to be, Pat Riley out there coaching. And he's not. The Knicks were a mess, but you let them hang around.
Thibodeau's out coaching Joe Missoula. Fact.
Yes.
Fact. So
it's not that hard.
It's not. And let's talk to two coaching scenarios, right? How about you just gave up, what was it? You were down 1.
Mm-hmm.
They called the timeout. Missoula came up with the play.
Wide open, easy dunk in the line.
It was just a one-on-one Tatum bully dunk, right? Was it a dunk? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they went down, but because Joe Missoula wanted to put the Knicks and hack whatever his face was, the horrible free throw shooter guy there, they put how many bunnies at the line did Jalen Brunson get?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tip my cap to New York. They did everything right. They made every play. They won the 50-50 balls. They got and ones. I don't want to discredit anything New York did. They were awesome.
Yeah, Bridges was fantastic in the fourth quarter.
Final play though, the no timeout thing. Is it on Tatum? I don't know. I mean, Tatum went to the bucket, right? It was 1-on-5.
Yeah.
If he gives up the ball, do we criticize him? If he doesn't, the coach didn't put Tatum in this. I'm not defending Jason Tatum. I don't think the coach put him in the best situation.
No, I mean, the Knicks put their best defenders on the court. They put a big lineup on the court. And if you know, I said this in the last game, the reason Tatum's percentages are lower and everybody else is able to eat is because they're saying Tatum's not going to be the one to beat us. Everybody else is going to have to beat us. It's almost when Tatum gets the ball, especially on the wings, far out as the three-point line, they almost jump into a zone. There's a guy on him in his face. There's a guy to his left or to his right, and then there's a third guy kind of standing outside the box so he won't get a defensive three, waiting for him. So it's almost 1-on-3 when he has the ball. And that's why you see him swinging around, and then there's always somebody wide open on the opposite side, on the weak side, for the corner threes or for the one-on-one post-ups, which Holiday and Brown took clear advantage of in the first half. That's why Tatum is getting these. He's always got a man there. Every shot is contested for him. And they get that. That's what you're supposed to do to superstar players. The Celtics did it to Brunson. Brunson shot a horrible percentage tonight because they said somebody else besides Brunson has to beat us. And early in the game, it was Hart. Fourth quarter, it was Bridges. The Knicks did it to the Celtics. Tatum's not going to beat us. Early in the game, it was Jaylen Brown. It was Al Horford. Holiday. Fourth quarter, nobody else was able to do it. So when you start missing all those shots, the lane gets tighter and tighter. So when Tatum tries to drive, there's always going to be somebody there. You mentioned a good point. Tatum gets the dunk in the lane because they called timeout. They ran out of play and stretched the court out. Al Horford set a screen for Tatum almost at half court. So now he has a running start with a wide open lane, and there isn't anybody in the NBA that can stand in front of Tatum when he's got ahead of steam coming down, full speed 1-on-1. Quick in and out move, goes by Mitchell, dunk. That's there all night when you're hitting shots on the floor spread. But that play at the end of the game, when it was 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and you're looking at everybody all jumbled together, Missoula should have just said timeout. Timeout here. Let's get something here. Let's drop something quick. We only need one here. And they just sat there and said, well, we're just going to ride it out and see what happens. And they couldn't get a shot off because there was 3 defenders standing in front of Tatum when he took that shot.
And I'm sure that Joe Missoula will double down on it and won't go away from it. And that's where I'm at this point. I know what's got him here. I've been the guy who tells you that when the Celtics get up like that, everybody taps out, and they normally have. Not the New York Knicks. I don't want that to get lost tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Knicks did everything right down the stretch. The Celtics absolutely lost this game. They choked it away, just like they did the other night.
Yep.
But I do think that New York, I didn't want to credit them in game 1.